all his glory.
And we are live. Hello out there, everyone. Already watching. Well, I know Prince Justin is. Yes. Welcome to Arvin Elrond's channel with Community D&D with the ShadowCrew with episode 40 of our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. We are technically starting to near the end of Dragon Heist, as it were.
Oh.
But
it only took 40 episodes. We're getting
That's fine.
If I try to account for the pace that we've been going, I'm going to guess that we will probably be finished Dragon Heist when we get to about maybe episode 50.
Oh, okay. That's not so
Seems
bad.
about right. Yeah.
Maybe.
maybe. We could have like a whole one episode where we're just RPing for 3 hours straight.
Or
There's
you
a-
know, like we might have some sessions of like combat that like stretch over multiple sessions. Who knows?
Oh, all right. Mm-hmm.
There's a contrarian inside of me that's like, how do I get to 55?
But yes,
Maybe even 60?
Mm-hmm.
I am your host for this evening and the dungeon master of this campaign. I am Shadowed Mage, he, him pronouns. And I am joined, as always, by the lovely players in our group that make up the rest of the Shadow Crew. And right next to me on your screen is who just flickered.
Uh-huh.
No,
I'm
don't
okay.
go
I'm
away
okay.
now.
The frozen
peas.
peas are hanging in there. The
Get the
peas are hanging in
peas.
there. It's okay. It's okay.
Yoi Gwainlin, please say hi to everyone out there. Introduce yourself. Remind everyone who your character is.
Hi, everyone out there. I am Yoigo Wayne Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns, gay man, fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 39 sessions of this campaign, I am playing Peach Candleheart, a Barn Owl Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who was hurt by his father very much.
Mm-hmm.
Very disappointed.
Uh-huh.
No longer loves his father very much.
Well, he loves his father very much, but the loving does not feel as much as the hurting right now.
Uh-huh. All right, thank you very much. Then we'll move along over to Hoodie. Please introduce yourself and remind everyone who your character is.
Sure. Hi, idiot. Read this out loud, but not this part. My name's Hoodie. He, him pronouns. I'm playing the adorable, blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic, basil clobberpot, 37-year-old, Layfoot halfling, alchemist artificer. Fun fact about myself, when I was in second grade, I wrote a poem so good that I had to read it for the governor during like a weird elementary school thing and had like a random picture just hanging on my wall. It's not hanging on my wall anymore. It's like in a box somewhere because why do I need to see the governor when I was a little kid of Pennsylvania? That's crazy. I don't know why it
Damn,
happened.
son.
I was a kid. I don't know why
Look at the
I
celebrity
can't
over
remember
here.
anything about it besides the fact that I have a picture of a strange man I've never met. In my mind.
That's
Alright.
pretty great.
Yeah.
We have a celebrity, we have a gubby, we have an
We have an
imaginary
imaginary
man.
person. That's right.
We have some dude with a beanie. This
That's
is great.
He's probably the most important character, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. It's the beanie hat.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you, Hoodie. We'll pass it on over to Tilted.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Tilted Gaming, he, him pronouns. I am a farmer by day, streamer by night, and tonight I will be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of noble lineage, known as Cruce Swain. But during the night, and what will most likely happen tonight at some point, I will don the moniker of the Aviary. But I'm also on the side, while we're still at it, since Callista is occupied, I'm now having to be the pseudo-therapist / parent of these ne'er-do-wells, and we're going to have a grand old time.
Hey, being a single parent's hard.
Yeah. For 3 kids you had no plan for.
And one of them's an evil rock, so that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tilted. And we'll go on over to Drew.
Hi, everybody. I am the guy with the beanie. He, him
shoot.
pronouns. Tonight I will be playing
He,
a
him
beanie. the the beanie wearing Twilight beanie tiefling
I see where
beanie.
this is going.
Okay,
Callista Amberblood.
I changed my mind. We don't have some dude wearing a beanie. We have a beanie wearing a man. That's what I got out of
That's
that.
right.
So maybe the beanie is like Drew's Stone of Galore.
That's it.
Right?
It's slowly sapping away all his memories and swapping it for beanie.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Have we ever seen him wear a different beanie?
You have never seen me wear a different beanie. I have not worn the beanie before. In fact,
Quinky Dink? I think not.
I was actually not wearing it on my stream the other night.
Mm-hmm.
The
I know, because it was warm. But now it's
plot
cold again.
thickens.
Yes. I got home today, and like spring seems to have appeared out of nowhere. It was like plus 14 this afternoon.
Christ.
Celsius. Just so.
Just got to make sure we got that
I'm-
right for all of our American viewers.
So someone do the Fahrenheit conversion.
Got you 1 second.
And
Thanks, imaginary man.
so I got home, and my second floor bedroom suite, it was rather warm. So like I have the window open and a fan going, because I also have to have my computer on and running Roll20 and all this stuff, and so it's gonna put off heat.
There you go. So now it's a brisk like 60 degrees Fahrenheit for you, where it's 57 for your outside temperature.
Those numbers are both fake. They're imaginary, just like you.
Yes.
Hey, you know,
They are.
I gotta remain
They are
consistent,
imaginary.
right?
So hopefully there's not too much, if any, ambient noise coming through my microphone.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I don't see it or hear it.
Yeah. I
had
also
one of the
do not
guys
see
that-
noise.
I had one of the guys that I work with try to talk me into the fact that Celsius doesn't make any sense and Fahrenheit is the more superior. And I was like, what the are you fucking kidding me?
You know, the water freezes
You
at
want to
0
talk
and
about
boils
the
at 100? It
superior?
works.
You want to talk about the superior temperature? We gotta go Kelvin, you know?
Kelvin, yes.
I was like, what makes more sense? Water freezes at 32 and boils at 212, or water freezes at 0 and boils at 100? I mean, come
Great comment, Eric. Those Celsius temperatures will be increasing due to tariffs.
on.
Which we've now held back for 90 days, apparently.
But only on people who didn't retaliate against us, which means
Ah, right.
hopefully no one. Okay, great. Except for the people that don't live at. Okay, no, can't
Nope.
go here. I'm gonna go
Stop.
insane if we talk.
Yep,
if we open
but
this.
let's
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
right there. We're good. We're
D&D,
good.
D&D.
D&D.
So last time.
Mhm.
Last time. So Callista is being controlled by an evil rock.
Yeah.
And the party was deciding, okay, well, and then Callista gave them information that came from the rock, saying that they need to go find this evil wizard who's the head of the Zentrum named Chun. So then they started chasing down some leads, and they went and found the emotional man from the theater that they had stolen the Stone of Galore from.
The Manchum candidate.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
How could you have done that?
We are hunting down so that we could get into Luigi's Mansion.
Wow. Okay, that's also incredibly good.
Gubby, your webcam seems to have frozen. On my
Oh
end in
no.
Zoom.
Well, let's hope that nothing terrible happens.
Yeah.
Mid pun delivery too. The best part. The freeze.
The computer didn't even like the pun. That was how bad it was.
Okay. Well, it seems like you have audio at least.
Yes, I do have audio.
We just have you permanently in that neutral face now. It'll be perfect.
I gotta mention Neutral Face Hotel now. We can't not go.
Okay, so and then they found Agorn Fuoco, which is his name, in an attempt to smother his mother. Um,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and they stopped that,
Did you
and
forget the matricide?
they
did.
Yeah, and then we decided to go and murder the child anyway. So hey, we just swapped one murder for another.
Yeah,
the mother was
street justice.
in fact actually like dying of pneumonia, but then they're like, we have magic, and they healed her, and then the the mother kind of like maybe not entirely aware of what was going on. They asked her like what they should do with Agorn, and then they're pretty sure they heard her say, "Oh, Gubby disappeared."
Oh no.
No.
The peas are struggling to hold up the laptop.
And now we've all been disheveled. I'm half Drew, half Hoodie.
Yeah, that is
One Bad
unfortunate.
Mother Smother sounds like an album from like a really weird band. It's like a
like a
Like a Bad Company
jam
by
band?
Bad Company with Bad Company.
I was thinking
Yeah,
like
no,
Frank
that's
Zappa.
a jam
I
band.
was
Like we're gonna go on a one real bad Mother Smother, and then they just
I was
like the first track is 90 minutes long.
I was gonna say Monster Magnet. That's definitely a Monster Magnet album title.
Mm, so
It's funny watching Drew move back and forth, and at the very top left of the screen where it should be shadowed, you just see his hoodie kind of peeking out for a second. It's like, hey, how's it going?
If I do this, yeah, there it is. Hey,
Yeah, I have to go way up here. Hey everybody.
We are currently checking in on the Gubster. So apologies, guys. But for now, you're going to have to enjoy the pseudo Picasso paintings you got in front of us.
all right. Let's another fun fact. I won a regional karate tournament when I was like 2 feet tall. I don't remember the age that I was, but I won it. So there you go. I remember beating up a big. It felt very movie-esque, where I beat up a kid that was literally twice my size to win. That's it. That's the entirety of that crystallized memory.
Huh.
Oh, I've almost drowned in a freezing cold pond where I touched it and then I started like seizing up, and then a guy dived in to see me. I was like 4 or 5, and then he almost
Shit.
drowned because it was so cold. So people
Yeah.
people were like chaining us out of the water. That's a fun one. I've almost gotten hit by like 6 or 7 cars at the point where like one was a full-on city bus that almost took me out.
oh,
Now we have two
Two
guppies.
guppies. Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
wait, what the fuck?
Shadowed, you're not Drew. I'm not Hoodie. Who are you people?
Postmodern streaming. That's funny.
The ghost of Gubby.
More like he came over to go ahead and mix up everything, apparently.
Oh, hey, look, Hoodie is me now.
Hey,
It makes sense that there's two yoys since there are two peaches.
So
It also sounds like your mic got swapped over to maybe your webcam mic.
Oh no.
No, it sounds doubled up. I think it's because
Is it doubled up?
That's what it sounds like.
I hope this doesn't blow things up worse, but
How much worse could it get?
Oh, there we go. Now you're back to 1.
Yeah.
You're in the right spot.
And you're our DM now.
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
I fixed it.
Get on to it. Let's see the Gubster at action. Oh, wait, never mind. It's gone.
I have indeed seen Tam out there. He was magnificent and had a beard.
Where does Cubby go? Cubby goes there. Hoodie,
Yeah.
tilted, Drew. There we go.
We just need to rotate
a
like
slide
maybe
puzzle.
90 or 180 degrees here.
Oh man, a
Yeah.
puzzle game based just around streams breaking would be actually kind of good. I would play that game.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with that yet.
Mhm.
All right, you guys are giving the idea. It's $1 million idea.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, so in our recap, we were covering the one bad mother's mother.
Yep.
um, yes, so she was dying of pneumonia. We have magic. They cured her.
Mhm.
And then she was like, shoot him. And so then they
She
killed
said
him.
shoot him.
Yeah.
And then they both
Yep.
shot him.
Well, is a
Well-
sword a shot? Let's really break down.
I mean,
I mean, his head
us-
probably exploded like a shot. Too.
a glaive is, in fact, a gun if you consider that it casts a spell called stab. So yes, it is a gun.
I mean, if you threw it, it'd make a hole similar to a gun. So
Hold on.
really,
Do
if you
bullets stab
think
people?
about
Are you getting stabbed when you get shot? I'm pretty sure it's
I mean,
called
if-
shot.
If it's pointy, then yes, you
Well,
get stabbed at a
all-
very high speed.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
bullets
it's
have to
very
be pointy,
fast
right?
stabbing.
Yeah,
It's so fast, just rips right through.
yeah. It's turbo stabbing is what it is.
That's it.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, a bullet would do like piercing damage. Yes.
That's
so-
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So why do we call it shot and not?
Because we like to add words to the English language because we're stupid.
Yeah,
Mm.
because
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's fair.
because a high velocity stabbing is just a mouthful.
I
Mhm.
do like an
It does sound better though.
HVS.
It sounds like
HVS
way
sounds
more
dope.
intense when you say high velocity stabbing.
I'm gonna penetrate you with high velocity lead.
Oh my god. Sexy singles in your area.
Area. We haven't let that fly in a while.
Yeah.
No, we haven't. I'm certain Shadow's been happy about that.
And I can't believe we didn't do it when Zord was present in like the last session. Cause like it we just should use it whenever he's on screen. He's naked.
He kind of loops around to being unsexy because he's flaunting it so much.
Yeah, that's the
Mm,
thing.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
He's
That's
way
very true.
too confident.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be imagined there. You just okay, I guess it's out there. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So before Agon Foko perished, the party did get information from him saying that they should go investigate a location called Yellow Spire, where one of his Azentrum co-conspirators would be located, Amath Sercent, who is a priestess of Bane. And so then they made their way to find Yellow Spire, and they started sneaking around there, and Peach sent their echo up the stairway. And
Hello.
up at the top of the stairway, in a room, so that is covered with looks like black handprints all over the place on the walls.
God damn, it's a kindergarten.
And
Not good.
looking back, kind of across the stairwell, there is a circle of people in black robes with black candles,
Mm.
chanting and holding hands. And there is a man in the center of the circle who is shackled to the floor. And that is where we left off.
And what Tilted and I wanted to do was Peach was going to teleport him via Echo up to the top of the stairs and then silence.
Couldn't you could cast it on the floor though and get them all. Like
Yeah.
you just point up.
Well,
Yeah, but the thing is that we established that Peach's Echo was ahead of the group. So Cruz wouldn't have been able to see it.
I mean,
Yeah,
it works
so-
either way because
Yeah.
I'm just being moved up the stairs.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about safety. That's all.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
do like that they have black candles. So like a bunch of these rogue figures went to like a Yankee Candle and were perusing for a while.
While having a guy manacled in the center.
hmm
it is a 20-foot radius sphere, so like you
Yes.
could just like point at the roof and. Boop.
Yes, but at that time, it just didn't seem prudent. I like to see what I'm silencing.
hmm
Instill
so-
that fear.
Yeah, so like Peach suddenly switches back to you and then says, "We need silence," and then you just find yourself translocated.
Okay. Still not used to that. Silence.
But here, here. Okay. So Peach is like grabbing Cruz, swapping places with the Echo,
Mhm.
and then Cruz is going to cast silence.
Mm.
Correct.
Okay. So that will all go off, and then I will need everyone to roll for initiative.
Initiative.
You got it.
And you put
Oh,
my
remember to click your icons, everybody.
my icon.
Yeah,
on
you
the
guys
sheet
kind of
somewhere.
need the
Great.
icons, don't you? 10. How lovely. Got a
I am
+7 on
downstairs.
initiative.
So a 5 does make sense.
Hey,
20.
Peach keeping up with the. I swear, there's not been really any bad initiative rolls for Peach.
No, I've rolled a couple really shitty ones. The chase one was terrible. The I think I rolled really badly for the awful hallway that we will not talk about.
Yes, that hallway, which we will never bring up again.
Rolling with advantage helps though, because you
Yeah,
get to
that's
filter out
true.
a lot of those like garbage rolls.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
okay,
rolled a
there's some
couple.
more I see, Shadowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There,
I've rolled a couple 2s and 3s on initiative.
there were some flying snakes up in the rafters who have coming.
Of course.
Are
Of course
coming
there
down
were.
to join the fray.
Of course. Why not?
So, and we will go to. Oh,
Would they be surprised by being silenced by people they didn't know were there? Or
Yeah. Do we get a surprise round? Do we perhaps get to oogle boogle?
Maybe you could argue that for them, but not the snakes.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Basil and Calista are also surprised though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we kind of just got dragged up all of a sudden. It's like, oh, I guess we're going.
mm,
So, my neighbor has a cat, and that cat has been yowling at night now. So if you guys hear that, it's not me. It's the neighbor's cat.
Seems legit.
Mhm.
Yeah, Squish used to absolutely scream herself to death whenever she thought she was alone, and then she would just be in a room by herself, and we'd have to walk into the room and be like, "We're also here." And she'd be like, "Oh, okay," and she'd just walk on out of the room and come join us. But it would happen every so often where she would like go to the bathroom and then forget that we existed. She was like, "I've been
Aw.
left alone."
Object permanence.
Yeah, I was just gonna
My
say.
Achilles heel.
God could give that cat one nerf, and he nerfed the object permanence.
Heard about the cat cult, where they have to like keep 100 cats, and they have to treat the cats better than they treat themselves. I haven't actually watched
The
the
what
thing.
now?
It's apparently a cat cult. I don't know. My mom was watching like one of those programs that goes into like, I think she watched one about twin flames, so she watched another one about this cat cult thing. She was telling me about it, and I was like, this sounds exhausting. I don't want to.
I mean, it does.
I didn't like taking care of one cat, let alone. Don't get me wrong, the cat was great, but like the litter and then gotta clean up after them, take them to the vet, make sure they're healthy and all that stuff. I'm not really a other person guy, so I can't imagine 100.
Okay. The Flying Snakes got a 22 on their initiative.
Well,
Damn.
They
great.
rolled real well.
Peach has a 20. Amath's Scent has a 12. Callisto has an 11. Cruz has a 10. Amath's minions have an 8. Basil has a 5. And the Shackle Man is in there at 0. So.
So,
Hi,
uh,
snakes.
hi, snakes. Snakes!
So we have a 20-foot radius silence circle.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's see if I even hold concentration here after these guys attack.
I will do my best to protect you.
Kind of have to get in the fray myself, so it's not a matter of if, but when.
Oh, I mean, if they... yeah.
What was your center point of this circle? Sphere.
It would probably be because I don't have a huge line of sight on the upper ones. It would have probably been centered like towards her or in between her and the prisoner guy.
Okay. And hello, Tim. Welcome in to the stream.
Tim.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so 20-foot radius. 5, 10, 20. So one edge is here. 20. 40, so the other edge is here.
It pretty much encapsulates the entire tower.
I mean, you could have cast it just center on the tower, and then there's nothing like that's just.
Yeah,
It's
but then
just
you guys
everywhere.
couldn't cast, period.
Yeah.
One is about here. Yeah. Whoops.
Perfect.
Beautiful. I love it.
Beautiful.
Absolutely amazing.
That is the best circle ever.
Amazing.
I think it might
Leonardo
even be
da
an
Vinci
octagon
over
in
here.
some ways.
You know,
do
trying
like the-
trying to freehand it is no good, but trying to use
Yeah,
the,
it's tough. Don't
trying
blame
to use
you
the
at all.
ellipse tool isn't exactly easy either.
No.
Okay.
The idea that each mage has to like make their own circle, and that's the hardest thing to do. I mean, this is like a purely canonical circle for the aviary.
Yep. Because I'm really bad at drawing.
Oh wait. So actually, we should have a Peach there.
Hi.
A Peach is holding on to the cruise,
Hello. Hello.
and so then Cruz is at the top of the stairs. Cast silence. We've gone into initiative. There's the science.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see you, Shadow.
Pardon me.
Put me right in the only spot that the snakes could see just me.
And the flying snakes go first.
Yep.
Yep.
So a flying snake will come flying down as it sees the cruise,
The cruise.
and it will
The
attack
cruise.
the cruise.
The cruise.
All right, let's see it.
And it comes flying in, and it tries to go bite at, like, I don't know, an exposed piece of Cruz's flesh.
Which isn't much, but yes, go
hang
on.
Can I check something?
Sure.
You're checking Sentinel right now, aren't
Oh,
you?
Yeah, I am.
You can 100% sentinel this.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
having
100% you
someone
can right now.
Yeah,
You don't
okay.
need to worry about silence for that.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I can, in fact, Sentinel. So, yeah, Sentinel.
Yay!
Okay.
Um,
So that gives you an
Bonk.
opportunity attack on it, and then
Yes.
and then would stop its movement. Successful?
Yes, but if they get a high enough damage roll, then it's just dead.
If Peach kills it, then that solves the issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. See?
but when a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack, so technically the snake does get to attack first.
Oh, so the snake does attack first. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will do
Sorry. I was trying to see if I could prevent it from happening, but I needed to take another feat to make that happen. Because it's pole arm master that lets me hit something when it enters my range.
that. Right.
Yep.
Okay. So the flying snake,
Sorry.
with its +6 to attack, gets a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that does 1 piercing damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm waiting for something terrible.
It is
I
a
have to
tiny
do the
snake.
con save
And-
on
Yeah.
the.
For sure.
5 poison damage.
Oh, okay. There we that's
There we go.
there we go.
All right, so let me do that. I'll do the con save for actually, maintaining concentration. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh, so you lost the concentration on the silence. So the silence is
Immediately.
gone.
Immediately. Wow,
That is
that's
bad.
That
impressive.
sucks.
Oh no. All right. So Peach, your sentinel now procs on the flying snake.
Hang on. Need to find the thing. Bonk. That's a 20 to bonk.
Yeah, that definitely
Dirty
hits.
20.
Okay, and that's 12 points of damage.
Okay. You cleave the snake down lengthwise,
Hmm.
right in the middle of the air with your glaive,
How-hoo.
and it falls in half on the floor in front of the group. It is dead.
That's an anime scene if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
The snake is
Filthy
beside
creature.
itself. Ha-ho.
So then this snake will come flying in.
And do it again.
And yeah, it sees Cruz first, so it'll just try to attack Cruz.
Like you do.
With an 18.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay. Okay. And then this snake will come on over there. And again with a 19.
Miss.
Miss. Okay. All right. Peach, it is your turn.
Hi. Well, a whole bunch of snakes are attacking. So I am going to attack snake.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk snake. Yes.
Okay.
The bonke.
Bonke. I bonk. 16.
That will hit.
Ahoo. And bonk. That's a 14.
Okay, that will kill it.
Okay.
The one on top
Yes.
at the north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I will then move and then attack the second snake because I still have one attack left.
Yep.
That's a 25. And a 14.
Jesus. Just cleaved all 3 snakes.
And now that's the end of us doing well in this fight.
Yep.
I can feel it.
I mean, I immediately lost concentration on silence, so they can cast whatever now.
Surprise round though? Surprise.
Oh my god.
Did we
Um,
surprise them? Is the question.
Okay. So, this is how it's going to go.
Uh-huh.
The 3 with their backs towards the rest of the room will be surprised. Other
Okay.
3, including Amath, will not be surprised.
Gotcha. That seems fair.
Okay, anything on the rest of your turn, Peach? You're killing 2 snakes.
2 snacks. I am going to run up. Hello. Hi.
The echo.
Yeah, and I mean, I could unleash incarnation, but I'm gonna hold back.
Okay.
You want to move any more, or you're good where you're at?
I think that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm, okay, so it is Amath's turn. And since we do not have silence, because she will have noticed that, hey, we went silent, and then, whoa, we're not silent again anymore.
Yeah.
And she sees Peach's the Echo and a real Peach and
Hi.
Cruz.
Hi there. Pleasant evening.
Mm-hmm. Top of the evening to you.
And then will point over at the Peach at the bottom, so the real Peach.
Oh, why would you do that? My Echo's so handsome and dashing.
Points, and then a little ball of light starts to build up at the end of her finger.
I
And
don't
then
like that.
steers out in a bolt and will come slamming in towards Peach.
At disadvantage
Okay.
because I have the cloak.
So at disadvantage, that is a 16.
That will hit.
Okay. And that will be 15 radiant damage.
15 radiant.
And then the next attack roll made against Peach,
Guiding bolt.
yeah, will have advantage.
15. Noted.
Okay, that'll be it for her. That takes us over to Callista.
All right, I am going to walk up the stairs. I will see all these people. I'll walk right over to here. And then I will shoot this guy with my crossbow.
Okay.
As soon as I get on the right page.
It's the stone. It's messing with everything.
Stone. Not the stone.
There's an 18 hit.
An 18 will hit.
Nice.
Ho.
For 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, that's it.
Yep.
Okay, we will move along to Cruz then.
Oh, right. Which one did you shoot, by the way? It was this guy, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. Yep.
Okay. I was making sure. I'd probably see it, my character, while I'm running up there, so that's fine. I just want to make sure. So I have enough movement to very easily get over to here, so I'm just gonna go with that. And I guess I'll go ahead and attack the one that's aware of my presence here.
Okay.
Take the long sword out. Big money. That's not big money.
That is not. That will
Oh
not hit.
no.
Alright. Once more. That's another 2.
Oh,
Alright, that's
no.
3 2s in a row.
Oh
Going
man.
good.
Oh man. Oh man.
Alright, let's try one more time. Hey, we finally hit one!
There you go.
there you go.
That will hit.
Alright, 7 damage.
Well, the dice did not like you. Okay.
What is going on with the 7s tonight?
That was... I had 3 2s in a row.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Anything else, Cruz?
Nothing else really is available to me.
Okay. All right. So then that takes us. This one is able to do stuff because it saw people coming up the stairs. That should be everyone available, I think.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Mass AoE, everyone explodes.
And then Shadowed got his wish of ending the campaign on day 40. Everybody died.
So, Callista, Real Peach, and Cruz,
Mhm.
please make charisma saving throws.
Charisma saving throws.
Bruh.
Going good, guys. I just like that I did call this.
I've scored like 8 or less in the last 7 rolls.
So that's a 12 from Peach.
Yeah, it's a 13 for me.
Okay, so it's meets it, beats it, right? So only
Yeah.
Callista is a meets it, beats it. So then Cruz and Peach, you've been afflicted by Bane.
Oh, okay.
How lovely.
So when you fail the saving throw, when you make an attack roll or saving throw before that spell ends, so this person is concentrating on this for up to a minute,
Okay.
then you must roll a d4 and subtract it from your attack roll or saving throw.
Oh, that's terrible. I hate that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then we go up to the other one, which is right by Cruz.
Hey there.
Howdy.
Double Bane. Bane him
Just
up.
get double stacked Bane. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Minus D or D 2d4s on every roll. That's great.
No.
Yep.
If only, man. That would be the best party of clerics ever.
Yeah. Meta, what meta?
It is just going to attack Cruz with its with their mace.
Okay.
With a 19.
That'll miss.
Okay. That's a miss. Okay, this one was surprised, so they don't get to do anything. Also surprised, doesn't get to do anything. Also surprised, doesn't get. Takes us over to Basil.
It's just like running up the stairs, seeing like Callista sprint up. What's good? Oh, these beautiful steaks! No, who did this? Turn around, see whoever this person's name is. One of the crazy names, a moth. You monster! How dare you put them in trouble like this? And then I'm gonna shoot her with a level 6 magic missile.
He's
Nice.
got gun.
I cast gun.
28 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit.
Holy
Damn.
crap.
And then I'll immediately start like scooting them over to here behind the pillar where I'll like duck down and I'll just start putting them in my bag.
The remains of the snacks.
All the snakes.
Okay, that's it for Basil?
Yep.
Okay. Guy shackled to the floor is just kind of going, lolling around and like seems to be unaware of what's
Is
going
that the
on.
exact sound he makes?
Pretty close.
I mean, if you were shackled to the floor, being probably drained from some horrible ritual being applied to your person, then
Which takes us back to the top of the order with Peach.
Mhm. It was this one that's concentrating on something, right?
No, it's the one at the bottom.
One at the bottom.
This one?
Bottom
Uh,
left corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
this
one
one.
all the
Okay.
way in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, the three closest to us are they had a surprise round.
Okay. Echo is going to move up.
that's
And
neat.
Bonk. Let me see. I'm just gonna double check. Does the nerf apply to my Echo?
Well, question, isn't that real Peach there?
Oh no, real Peach was this. Oh wait, yeah, that is real Peach. Okay,
That is
never
real
mind. I got
Peach, so
confused.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
that's the one.
So-
I was about to say, like, wait.
Yeah, I got confused. Sorry
You
about
got yourself.
that. Yeah, I got myself. So yeah, I'm going to do the thing. Bonky bonk. Bonk. Well, that's only a 10 minus the 1d4, and I'm guessing that doesn't hit at all. Right?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay, so second bonk.
And this is targeting the one that cast the spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
25.
I'm assuming anything above a 21 will hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one will
you,
hit.
you don't even have to do the D4.
Well, it's a 23.
Okay.
There you
Uh,
go.
And I'm going to bonk. That is a 13 points of damage.
Okay.
How does it do?
You leave a deep gash from shoulder to hip in this robed figure that did have like kind of some like armor on underneath the robe, but
Mhm.
he falls over dead.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
the spell is no longer in
Hey.
effect.
We're not
Woohoo!
baned.
Okay, cool. And Peach is a little wigged out by the fact that this person cast filthy magic on him. Thanks, Dad, for that attitude. So he is also going to unleash Incarnation via Echo, and he will attack this fine fellow, or attempt to. So bonk. Will a 23 hit?
Yes, a 23 will hit.
Bonk. That's 15 points of damage.
And that one's also dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 kills for Peach this round.
Okay, 3 of them were pansy-ass snakes, so it doesn't
I mean,
count.
you just killed these guys in one hit each, so I don't know.
You guys
How
seem
much
to be
more?
dying super quick. Are you actually good guys? Because bad guys don't normally die this quick.
Says Basil while he's in a room that's covered with black handprints with black candles. There's a dude who's chained to the floor, and they're all chanting around him.
Look, he's
Hey, no
prioritizing
judge a
the
book by its
real
cover.
things here. He's got the snakes. He's got to get those bagged away, you know?
That's true.
Okay, so that's it for Peach.
That is it for Peach. I have done everything
Okay.
that I can.
Moth's turn.
How's a moth doing after getting blasted by the sun emitting from a gun?
Surprisingly, not showing any signs of damage.
Oh
That's
my
bad.
god, she's immune to the sun.
She can't be force penetrate. I mean, what?
That's Callista.
Oh,
Currently.
yeah. Yeah, Callista still has resistance to force damage, right?
Yes.
Mhm. So, Amath will cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she chants and waves her hands around while holding up her symbol of Bane. And then, kind of like swirling out around her, are these kind of like horned, tailed, goat-footed, like spectral figures.
Hate that.
So she is casting a Spirit Guardians. So, in a 15-foot radius around her. So she will designate all of her allies to be unaffected by it, but anyone else will be affected. Anyone within that 15-foot radius.
Entering for the first
Beginning
time,
of the turn.
or ending their
Yes.
turn inside of it.
When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, let's make a Wisdom saving throw. And then on a failed save, takes damage. On a successful save, takes half damage.
Damn
pretty good.
clerics.
So 15 feet around her.
It's also difficult terrain inside of there. Just that's the part that always gets like shoved down below because of how good it already is. But it's also difficult terrain. We're half speed.
Yep. The only person that isn't affected is
Basil.
Basil.
Yeah.
I'm specifically 20 feet out, by the way.
All right. So then we will move along over to Callista. So is starting within the affected area. So make a Wisdom saving throw.
$14.
So
I want to say at this point
it's
be
a
14
13.
or 15.
It's a 13.
Ooh.
So
Saved.
so she saves, so she takes half damage. So if I roll a 10, then you will take 5 necrotic damage.
Well, all right.
Okay. Now, proceed with the rest of your turn.
You're gonna be very surprised to know what I have on deck.
Oh, also,
Spirit Guardians.
Callista, is
Yes.
this the first time that you've taken damage since you've been possessed by the stone?
Yes.
Okay. Please make a Charisma saving throw.
The turn before I cast Bless. What a bummer.
17.
Ooh.
Okay. Please give me a second here.
Everything changes. The tower flips upside down. An entire new Dracula to fight.
You are now free from the Stone of Glory.
Well, actually, yes.
Perfect. That works out great.
That works for us.
Taking damage allows you to redo the charisma saving throw in order to determine if you are being controlled by the sentient magical artifact or not. And you beat the Stone of Galore's charisma check against you. So
I'm no longer
come to-
affected.
you are no
right now
longer
with
being
no memory.
controlled by the Stone of Galore.
But you lost all your
And-
memory pretty much since you tried to attune to it.
You lose all memory of anything that the Stone of Galore has told you concerning itself or its plans. You will remember that you went to Agorn Foko's mother's house, came here, but you have no idea why.
Okay.
Also, you lose the 20 pounds and are no longer resistant to force damage.
Oh no!
That's
Hi,
fine.
your clothes got a little bit baggy. What's up with that?
Well,
Um,
actually, no. Wait, hold on. I need to double check something. Maybe you still are.
Maybe you still are the 20 pounds extra.
I believe the term is
Right.
caked up.
Just caked up a bit. And still resistant to force
I
damage.
mean-
Very appropriate.
you guys have seen the picture. The list is already
Yes.
caked up.
So let's
Is
just
it
add 20 more
extra
pounds
cake?
around. Sure, why not?
Mhm.
It's a triple layer cake now.
It's a triple layer
Yeah.
cake. Yeah, I like that.
Let her
Double
keep 'em,
frosted.
teach. Eric.
It's one of those garbage cakes they made in like the 2010s where it's mostly just fondant. I mean, there's so
Oh.
much. It's just so big. I'll
Yes,
never
so
forgive Cake
actually-
Boss.
You basically your force of personality reasserts itself, but you remain attuned to the item.
Okay.
So the effects, like the 20 pounds and the force damage, stay, and you are still attuned to it, but it is no longer guiding your actions.
Okay. All right then.
Just spend the whole
I-
turn just chilling there because you have no idea what's going on.
Who am I?
That's actually what I was thinking about doing.
That's fair.
Because it
Well-
makes sense. Like, because she would just wake up and go. But you said I would know that we were here, right?
But not the reasoning.
And like we
It-
came here and stuff like that.
It's not like you.
It's not like. So it's like she was in the sunken place.
I'm not sure I know that. Whatever you're referencing there.
From Get Out?
Get Out.
No.
No, man, you got to see that. It was a good movie.
Okay.
So it's not like this. She's just like blackout, like gone.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like you don't have any memory from
Mhm.
after attuning to the stone. It's just that like anything concerning the stone itself, any information it's told you, anything like that is all gone from your mind.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sounds like that you would know that we wanted to go see Agorn, and then from Agorn's conversation, we wanted to come here,
Mhm.
but then suddenly you just forgotten why
Mm-hmm.
we're doing any of this.
Gotcha. But I know that we're fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So then, in that case, I will do what I originally was going to do, and cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Two can play
Who
this
would
game.
have seen this one coming?
Dueling Spirit
All
Guardians.
according to Keikaku.
Which is why I started laughing when you said she cast Spirit Guardians.
Let me go ahead and Uno reverse card.
Yeah, exactly.
I cast Blue Eyes White Dragon, yells Callista.
So that should affect everybody except for this guy.
But you could just, you could choose who to.
And
The
us, of
chain.
course, correct?
And yeah.
You know, gotta check.
There we go.
If only we had someone that could cast Fireball.
It would be nice, but I think it would also murder everyone in this tower.
It would.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's the fun
it would
part.
kill this guy too.
Mm,
We need a careful spell sorcerer. That's really what it is.
That's it.
Okay.
So they automatically save but still take the 20 some odd damage that probably comes out.
Well, no, it just they don't even have to save. They just don't get hit.
So now we
Although-
have.
I believe.
If we had a wizard that was a evocation wizard,
yeah.
then he could cast Fireball and exclude this one guy. Too bad we don't have an evocation wizard.
So
Yeah, we could have.
how careful spell works is that it only allows them to automatically succeed on the saving throw.
Oh,
so
I
you-
thought it was.
No,
I
you
must
don't
be thinking
avoid the
of
damage.
wizard- of the
They
evocation
succeed
wizard
the
thing, then.
they succeed the save, so it'd be saved for half for Fireball.
So now there's spirit guardians for the party and against the party.
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, people outside this tower are looking up like, is there a rave going on?
We will go over to Cruz then.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Well, I first have to take Spirit Guardians damage, so that's
Yes, you do.
Charisma, right?
Yes.
Or
no,
wisdom, sorry, wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay, Hey, I saved. It's a 13.
Yeah. Okay. So you take half, which will be. I rolled a 17, so half of that is 8 necrotic damage.
All right. Perfect. I'm now going to swing at the one that Callista injured earlier. It's the one just
This
below.
fine fellow.
Okay.
Yep. Swing my long sword. Get a 17.
That will hit.
Damage. 5 more damage.
Okay. That does not kill it, but it is
It's
looking
fine.
very injured.
I will now attack, since I know that Spirit Guardians is in play here, and I've seen it already. I'm like, maybe. So I go ahead and attack the other one then.
Okay.
Ew, that's a 10.
That actually does hit.
They're
Oh,
in
okay,
robes.
cool. They are in robes, but he did
they're
say
wearing
armor,
buffs.
so I was curious. And another 5 damage.
That will kill it.
Awesome. And then I guess I will move. Can I move around into that slot?
Yep, you can.
Because it looked like a bit tight around the tower there. They just
Stepping-
squeeze on through here. Don't mind me.
Kill the person, they drop to the floor, step in over top of their dead body.
That's right.
Anything else, Bruce?
Nope. I'll just be in the way.
Okay. So now we will be on this acolyte. And they're going to turn around and place their
Wisdom
hands.
save.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they
Sorry,
gotta make a
wisdom save.
wisdom save.
Sorry, I don't mean to backseat, but like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
nope,
that
sorry.
needs to go through.
Yeah, that is 15 feet. Okay.
Yep.
Wisdoms. 13.
13 is a fail.
Fail. Okay.
Mhm.
So roll that damage.
Roll that damage.
That would be 12.
So they will take. Oh, that is exactly enough. Okay. Kill them.
Gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Okay.
You're out of there.
Goodbye.
So, not that plan then. Then that takes us over to the other one. They also have to do wisdom saving throw. They got a 20,
Okay,
Oh,
save for
that-
half.
That
Yeah.
saves.
but so still half damage.
I
Roll.
just zoomed in on their pictures. Is this a
Bumpkins
human with
would
a
be
bag
6.
on his head?
That's 12 again.
Oh, nice.
So it'd be 6 damage then.
Okay,
So hey,
also
he's gone
dead.
too. Look at that.
Hey, hey.
The picture of the acolyte?
It
Yeah.
look like they have a bag or something over their head. Is,
No,
Yeah.
is what he's saying.
They have a mask on.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like, wow, okay, the Temple of Bane does not spend much money on uniforms. If it's just like, here's a bag on your head, you're
Maybe
part
they're
of us
just not
now.
proud of their facial care, you know?
Yeah. It's true. Not everyone can be fine and feathered like we folk.
That's true. Just a little bit of water and you're clear.
Okay. So the acolytes are all dead. So we go to Basil.
Well, it's me. Just for curiosity's sake, and not for any plan that I have currently brewing in my mind. How far up the tower are we?
Oh my fucking god.
I believe you're 20 feet up.
Okay, we're just 20 feet up, and is there like a roof here that how far up does that go?
The up to the ceiling is another 15 feet.
Okay, and can I see outside of these arrow shoots?
Ooh.
If I were to walk over to one, could I see outside of it?
I know what you're up to, you sneaky,
I know
sneaky
exactly
boy.
what he's up to.
What? Are you perhaps suggesting that I teleport this lady 90 feet into the air and have her drop and watch her crunch? That's crazy.
So those are arrow slits. Each arrow slit is 4 feet tall and 1 foot wide. So, yeah, you could see out through them.
So I'm just spitballing here. If I were to walk over and look out one and then look at her, I could look 90 feet into the air and just teleport her there. If she fails, we're spitballing here. And then
Just tell him to auto defense the trick.
90 feet fall damage is that 96 or is that is it a different roll? I don't do a lot of fall damage, honestly.
Fall damage.
It's 1d6 per 10 feet, right?
Per 10 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
so it would be 96. I think she's still gonna be fine though, so I'm just gonna shoot her for now. But I'm just, I'm trying to get some stuff going. Trying to figure out what could
Just
work.
yeet someone out a window.
Yeah, it's 1d6 per 10 feet.
Okay.
I was about to say you could hold action and then teleport her after we've done some damage to her, but
It's the end of the round, so it's no point.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be much. Why can't I hit V? I've hit every letter but V. For Stripper Venom. Just what do you do, bud? Just give me your con save. Okay. Basil will take a bolt, dip it in some just sickly yellow-looking gloop, put it into the alchemic crossbow, come out from hiding, turn around and shoot at this lady. Right here. So that is not good. 13.
13. Does hit.
Oh. Okay, great. Well, the base damage is just going to be 10.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Then I need a con saving throw from her.
9.
9. Okay, so she's going to take another 3d6 plus 4 of damage, so that's another 10 damage.
Wow.
Guys, it's happening. Basil gets to do his job.
Yes! Yes!
And she is poisoned.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And then Basil goes, right. And then can I get concentration checks for my instances of damage?
That because that's for spirit guard.
Yeah.
The concentration checks. Okay.
And because of the poisoned, it no wait.
It'll just be two. It'll be 2 instances because they didn't all happen at one time.
Yeah.
It's like I
If
hit
it's
her
a-
twice, basically.
If it's a check and not a saving throw, does that mean she has disadvantage because of the poison?
Oh, because of the poison. Well,
Yeah.
is poison on saving throw? I don't.
Let me
Used to
double
know.
check.
Poison.
Because I'm not sure if it's a con save or a con check upon damage.
Poison
I know that
is-
Should be a
poisoned is only for
con-
attack rolls and checks.
So
Yeah, it's just
poison has
disadvantage on attack
disadvantage
rolls.
on attack and ability checks. Yeah. Not saves.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
looking at
okay.
prone. God damn it.
So DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number.
Yeah, so it would just be 2 10 con saving throws.
Okay.
I'm going for quantity, not quality.
Hmm.
Well, she crit fails 1 and the other one's a 3.
Okay.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
So her spirit guardians goes down. And you've done a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, I have done something like what, 48 damage to her.
It's not a
So-
small amount.
I'm assuming that's it for your turn then.
That's it. Yeah, I went back to hide.
Okay, and Peach.
Hi.
Let's try to take this one alive, eh?
Yeah, so Peach moves in, and upon hearing Cruce's reminder, will go for the non-lethal bonk. That's a 10. I'm guessing that does not hit.
That does not hit.
That's
Again,
an 11, which I guess also
darn.
does
Does
not hit.
not hit.
Do I try again?
Up to you.
Yeah, so
Can you unleash again without resorting to action surge? Or
yeah, I could, but I also took a fair chunk of damage, so I actually might second wind instead for the bonus action.
It's also reasonable.
Yeah. 7 points, which gives me back half of what I lost, so I am happy with that.
or wait, guiding bolt. I totally spaced guiding bolt happening.
Yeah, and the echo will move over 10 feet for Pokey, so here. Just to protect Callista a little better. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. So then
This
we
is a
go.
new instance of Spirit Guardians, right?
So now
Oh,
we
yeah.
go to Amath's turn. And she looks up at you and is breathing kind of raggedly. And she says, I wondered if I'd see some of you again. I have an idea what you're after. I won't give you the satisfaction. And then she grabs her own hand,
Uh-oh.
covering up her fingers, and then casts inflict wounds on herself.
Does the spirit guardians get her first?
Crap. God damn it, I forgot. Man.
Yep, wisdom save.
You thought you got us with it. We got you.
Well,
Like, she's having a monologue, and a specter's just walking up to her with like an axe.
Yeah.
she got a 20 on her wisdom save.
All right, let's see the damage. Just get max roll here, Drew. Come on.
Holy shit.
That's
Holy
pretty good.
shit. That's pretty good. That's pretty
So
good.
that'd
good.
be
Pretty
8
good.
damage?
8 damage.
Or how we roll?
And
8
that
damage.
is enough to kill her, so my plans go down
Oh,
the
give me
drain.
the satisfaction.
She falls over dead, but she doesn't get to do her plan.
Hmm.
Alright,
Oh.
she's dead. And you're done with
So-
initiative.
Did any of you guys ever see the movie Wizards? It was a cartoon from the 70s.
No.
It was like a fantasy sci-fi movie. No? Okay.
Nope.
There's
Was
a
that also
character.
Ralph Bakshi?
It was Ralph Bakshi, yes.
Okay, I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it though.
There was a character in the movie that is a way over sexualized fairy who looks
Okay.
like a cross between Marilyn Monroe and Betty Boop.
Okay.
That
All right.
Okay, if you can imagine that, that is what Callista's spirit guardians look like.
Oh my
So if you can
god.
imagine this this cleric
The
saying,
thickening
I won't
commences.
give you the chance, and then she grabs her own hands and then is attacked by several of these little like overly sexualized fairies just stabbing her with like forks and shit.
What an absolutely unhinged image.
She was breasted boobily downwards. What can I
Yes,
say, guys?
exactly.
Oh my god.
I posted the first thing that comes up on Google when you search this character, by the way, to our group chat. Enjoy. I had
Oh
seen it, now
my
you have to, too.
god. I mean, he's
that's
not
her.
wrong.
Mm. So when she collapses, Peach is just holding his glaive, and he looks at Cruz and says, "Well, I tried."
It's fine. She looked like she was gonna do something weird. It's fine. It's just another person. It's fine. They were probably
Well-
bad, right, Callista?
Well, isn't she the lady that you guys like questioned in the other carriage?
Yes, yes, she is.
Basil Combat
All
rolls
right.
over to the person on the ground and starts checking them out for anything wrong with them.
And I guess I will look on her person to find
Yeah.
whatever's on her.
Peach will also do that, so I can help. I think your investigation might be better than mine.
No.
Oh,
The
okay.
investigation machine here if you need it.
Okay.
But
Well,
you guys should be fine.
yeah. Okay. So the birds are looking over the corpse, and after that, Peach will also examine all the other ones just in case.
Okay.
Is the person on the floor under some type of like magical spell, or is this like a medical thing that can solve?
Yeah. So right now he just seems to be kind of like slumped over, and his eyes are glazed over, but like he's alive.
Do I recognize this person at all? Is this like a notable figure? Can I discern that from clothing?
Yeah, you could do some kind of check, see if you recognize this person. I think what's that?
History or investigation, please? Pretty please.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
It was on. Okay, but hey, I was lucky technically, so it was a 1.
Damn.
Gotta love
Nice.
freaking halfling luck.
Love that halfling look.
It rolled from 13 to 1, and I was like, dang it! And I was about to say it's a 1, and then it re-rolled. I was like, yeah, I'm a halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a halfling. I just
Yeah.
circumvent that.
So 23 altogether.
Okay, so from his so his face looks maybe slightly familiar, but you can tell that like from like there are like ink stains on his fingers, and he has like items like in his pockets and whatever that you are pretty sure that this is one of the proprietors of one of the gazettes in Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. So they attacked a journalist, basically.
Yes.
Full on war crimes. Yeah, I'll start like unlocking him and making sure that he is not dying, basically, while everyone else does the investigation stuff.
Okay. So on Amath, you will find on her finger a ring, a magical ring.
Okay.
And of course she has a holy amulet symbol of Bane on her, and she has a pouch with like some miscellaneous change in it, like about
Okay.
like 8 silver pieces and 15 copper.
Okay. Peach is going to see the ring on her hand, and is it obviously magical or not?
It's not necessarily not obviously magical, no.
Oh,
We did
okay.
kind of also.
But you did
We
get
were
that
told that someone
information
had-
from Agorn that she would have this, that she should have a ring of teleportation in order to get into Manshun's hideout.
And is there any other rings than this ring?
Mhm.
You do not
Okay.
find any other rings on her body. There,
Okay.
some of the acolytes around her do have rings, but like her ring is like a gold ring with like a blue stone set into it, and all the rest of them just kind of have like very plain, like bronze or silver rings.
Mhm.
Alright.
Peach will very carefully take it off, and then say, Basil, when you are done, maybe you could double check to confirm that this is magical.
Oh yeah, sure. Give me 1 sec. I'm like hands like fully in this guy's pockets, looking for information about him. Like made investigation roll.
Well, it seems
Uh,
like this is what we're after, but the next question is: there's so much more room to this whole establishment. Do we want to continue investigating, or
Well, we do have to look after this unconscious man, I would think,
yes,
and
that's the
it is
worry.
getting a little late.
And Callista, in your mind, you hear, "Well, it seems that you have reasserted yourself, your force of will. Very good, young cleric."
Fuck you.
Very.
Did she say
there
this
we
out
go.
loud?
Callista's back, everyone! Yay!
Yeah,
He
you
said,
look over.
I suppose you remember very little from when you bonded to me in your dwelling place.
So you guys look over and you see Callista slumped down on the floor on her knees. And then you just hear her say, fuck you.
We all stop doing what we're doing and do the look at each other. Are you not evil anymore?
Basil.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are we?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think we're clear.
She back. We're good.
I think we're clear here, everyone.
Peach claps his hands a little and says, Callista, welcome back. You had us very worried about you.
What is going on? Who are these people?
Oh,
Um,
they are some most horrible miscreants that were in our way in order to get to the path of Manshun.
Yes.
Who the fuck is Manshun?
Well, you said that we had to go to Manshun.
Yeah, you are the one that gave us Manchun, and what we had to do kind of today. You were really about getting to him, being
Yes.
around him.
I offered you several gold, like 100 gold worth of drinks, and you just didn't want any.
Well, that doesn't sound like me at all.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
when
was very
we immediately
scared.
Figured out that you were not you currently.
Yes. But you said that it was very, very important for us to find Manshun because apparently Manshun has one of the keys to the vault.
That may be true, but I was just feeding that as a lie to your friends in order for you to take me to Manshun.
All right.
So yeah, we killed this lady to get the ring to go to Manchun. Is that not good?
Stone wants to go to Manshun.
Oh, that's no good. Because we know that Manshun is a very evil wizard, and it seems like this is a very evil rock. Maybe
Yes.
the stone wishes to be his pet rock.
I think it's a little more complex than that, but sure.
Well, yes, but I had a pet rock when I was 8 months old.
That sounds about right.
A pet? How? Oh, if I had my physical form, that owl would be feathers and cooked flesh by now.
I'll take the stone and put it on the table.
Oh, do you want me to put it? I can just put it in a bottle of acid. It won't do anything to a magical artifact, but it will kind of, shut it up.
Does that unattune me from the stone?
Like putting it on the table?
Yeah.
No.
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 Shit.
Yeah, it's like connected to your soul right now.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to spend time to unattune to something. Either that, or it has to be removed 100 feet from your person for a day. I think that's the mechanic.
Okay, damn.
Hmm.
I thought if I just put it down and like walked away from it, I would unattune from it.
Now, listen here, Calista. We may have been at odds,
Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
but I can still prove to be of worth in information.
Why do you want to go to Menshun? For the real reason.
Because he is one powerful enough that once I serve my purpose and the vault is unlocked and the gold is dealt with, then he would be powerful enough to turn me back into my true form.
Oh, because we know the stone is an aboleth or
Mhm.
something, or it has an aboleth
Yes.
in it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's fucked up.
I'm looking at Callista and I'm uncorking a vial of acid and I just start dripping it over the stone. What's it say?
It's saying that it wants to go to Menshun because Menshun can let it out of the stone.
Well, that
Well-
doesn't sound very good for anyone.
Yes, we know that it is an aboleth, and aboleths are very bad, aren't they?
Yes.
Extremely.
Yes.
Okay.
That seems like it would be a bad idea.
Well,
We do
Peach
have the
ponders.
means. Go ahead.
yeah, Peach ponders a bit and then says, well, we do have to infiltrate Luigi's Mansion. Sorry, I'm going to resist. We do have to infiltrate Manchun's lair in order to save Renair and Neverember. So maybe what we can do, just to protect you from getting
Yes.
possessed again.
You will want to rescue Renair. He is important for the way forward.
The stone is saying that we need to rescue Renair because he is important.
Well, we were going
Isn't
to
it-
rescue Renair because we like him. So you can tell the stone that it sucks.
Isn't it also possible that the stone's just telling us that so that way we will go there anyway?
That is very possible.
I mean, we were gonna walk into the trap that the stone was clearly laying for us because we were gonna try and kill Manchun. I said
Can I insight check the aboleth?
The Stone of Galore? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can insight check Galore.
While Callista is insight checking. Oh.
Can I give you
Damn it.
guidance?
I have a-
Will that help? Or can we help? I'll provide the help action by dripping acid all over it or something. I don't know.
Just slowly dripping acid.
Uh,
My God.
well, Peach upset it earlier by calling it a pet rock. Does that count as the help action?
Yeah. What can we do to earn help on this?
Sure.
All right. I have a +7 to insight. Come on now. Yeah, that's better.
That's better. That's
Okay.
clericy.
This is our
Um,
way of basically dripping candle wax on the Stone of Galore.
I mean, it's obviously not told you everything, but as far as like rescuing Renair being important,
Mhm.
like relating to information that it knows, that is true.
I don't think it's 100% lying.
All right.
I think we do have to
Never hurts to
rescue Renair,
check.
but we were going to anyway. Right?
Right. We
Yes.
should get out of here. Someone help me put this big Bane lady in the bag.
Oh,
Oh, I
sure.
will do that. I strongly put the Bane lady in the bag.
We can ask her questions at the Holy Hands. So she's
Yes, we
useful.
kind of also killed the. Well, actually, you technically went ahead and killed the Priestess of Bane that we had accosted the other day there, Callista.
Yes, well,
Well,
fuck her.
Yes,
I'm glad
she
to
did
have
seem
you
to be-
back.
She
And
does
I
seem
kind
to
of
be doing. Yes,
go ahead.
continue. Well, she did seem to be doing something extremely terrible and illegal to this person. I would think, because we are all very sick and tired of this horrible evil rock, perhaps, Callista, you could spend the evening disentangling your soul from the grips of this rock, and then it will be quiet. And then once it is quiet, we can put it in the bag. And then, after it's in the bag, and Manchun definitely does not know about it, we can go into Manchun's home and beat him up. And then save Renair Neverember.
I think that's probably a good idea, yes.
I go over to Callista and I whisper, I am so thankful you are back. It was becoming terrifying doing this by myself.
I'm ripping the clothing off of the acolytes. We can use this. And I'm just like fully leaving them naked and like kicking the bodies over as I'm like ripping the clothing off. It's just in the background of that conversation.
My point exactly.
I was just gonna ask if anyone wanted to like investigate the room at all.
Yeah. We'll help Basil.
We'll help Basil do it because Basil's a smart one.
We'll get all the clothes off because Basil will be like, we can pretend to be Bane Priest or something, and then we can investigate the room. Grab whatever Bane stuff we have so the teleportation doesn't.
I'll look at Cruz and say, honestly, that's pretty entertaining.
Yes, in short spurts, but when you have to hear about it at all times, and you really don't understand what you missed, but it's okay, I understand.
So, how's a nat 20 do?
Okay, then.
God
Nice.
damn, son.
Wow.
No help needed. Damn.
Okay. Well, I guess you discover everything.
This whole tower is just a treasure trove. There's gold lining the roof and walls.
It is a
So,
tower of gold.
Upon closer inspection, it appears that well before the acolytes and priestess of Bane moved in here, that this used to be, this upper level, a wizard's laboratory. And so like there's like some shards of like broken glass of like vials and whatever, burned scraps of paper, twisted pieces of metal. The charred remains of a bookshelf that also has a bunch of cobwebs over it, but close investigation reveals that you find a charred wand of magic missiles.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Are you sure? Are
Are
you
you
positive?
Yes.
He can dual wield them.
Pew pew pew. I know
Okay.
what Basil's doing tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Basil's gonna be working all night on this.
Okay.
Okay, so we are definitely delaying going into Luigi's Mansion so that we can get 2 guns, right?
So-
He's gonna look like a lighthouse when he fires both at the same time.
There is, when each time a charge is expended, a 40% chance that nothing happens, and a 10% chance that it blows up in your hand,
Oh.
I love
dealing the full damage of whatever you're going to cast to you.
I mean, that's classic Basil nonsense.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
This is my 6-shooter, and the other one is my cannon. This is good.
There is a vial of a potion of some kind that, Basil, you will have to try to identify.
Mhm.
But it seems strange because it has kind of like the classic kind of like slightly gold red liquid of a potion of healing, but it's swirling around and seems to not be mixing very well with some other kind of liquid that seems to be very floaty and like a light blue.
It's a potion I don't immediately recognize. I think I just instantly cast Identify on it.
So yes, when you cast Identify, it reveals that it is a potion of healing mixed with a potion of flying. and if you
Ho,
were
ho.
to drink it, then there is a table that I roll on to find out how exactly it affects you.
All right.
Okay.
You also find a cracked but still functional drift globe. So that is a small glass sphere weighing 1 pound. If you are within 60 feet of it, you can speak a command word to cause it to emanate light or daylight. Once, if you use it to cast daylight, effectively, it can't be used again until the next dawn. And it can also float above 5 feet off the ground. So it's cracked, but it's still functional. And also, a scroll tube that is burned on the outside, but inside are still 2 intact sheets of paper that are actually paper birds. So this is
Birds?
a specific to
Just immediately hand it over to the immune.
specific to Waterdeep
Yes.
Dragon Heist, wondrous uncommon item. After you write a message of 50 words or fewer on this magic sheet of parchment and speak a creature's name, parchment magically folds into a tiny paper bird and flies to the recipient whose name you utter. The recipient must be on the same plane of existence as you, otherwise the bird turns into ash as it takes flight. It has 1 hit point, an armor class of 13, a flying speed of 60 feet, and then blah blah blah. It is immune to poison and psychic damage. It travels to within 5 feet of its intended recipient by the most direct route, whereupon it turns into a non-magical and inanimate sheet of parchment that can be unfolded only by the intended recipient.
I just gotta say, the fact that that piece of paper has more durability than the cultists. It's got a 13 AC.
The cultists also had an AC 13.
Oh, I thought it was like a 10 or something.
Oh no, sorry. The Amath had a 13. The rest had a 10.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
they're
tiny,
more
so it's hard to
frail
hit.
than paper.
Yeah, it's
It is
tiny and
tiny.
dexterous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does make sense, I guess.
Yeah. It's just funny.
The image of it also finding the fastest route, so like flying through a house, is great.
Yes. So that's what you find in this room. With that, shall we take our break? And then
Yeah.
when
Yes.
we return, you can investigate the rest of the place.
Can I
Okay.
fix the drift globe with goo? That's the real question.
With
I'll-
goo.
With
Can I make
goo.
a goo globe?
The goo globe.
The globagoo.
Okay.
And it's like
And-
puts off a sickly green color.
Oh, no, you know what? I'll cast Mending on it. Boom.
Oh.
You said it was
Oh,
just
okay.
cracked, right?
Yep.
Oh, Mending will fix it then.
Mhm.
Yeah, there. I cast Mending on it.
Piz looks at. I was gonna put goo in there. Okay, thank you.
Not the goo.
And as has been put into the chat, remember that a break for us is a break for you. So go have a drink, have a snack, go to the bathroom, gird yourself for the rest of existence, and we shall be back here shortly.
All right. See you all in a few minutes. Bye-bye. And we're back. Hello, everyone out there in Twitch watching land on Arvin Elrond's channel. We are back from our break. The party has defeated the Priestess of Bane, Amath Sercent, and her acolytes. They have retrieved the Ring of Teleportation from her body and found some other interesting little knickknacks around the room. And now there's perhaps some more stuff in the tower to investigate, but we shall see.
So after Basil has taken some time to go perusing around, Peach is going to look at the others and say, I think, given the state of this wounded person in our care, we should hurry quickly to the Holy Hand's house first, and then come back, if we have time.
I agree. I don't want to leave this place uncleared, but
I don't know if there's anything else here.
well, there was a separate level below that we didn't go to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sure it would be all right if we took a look around downstairs now. I didn't really want to come back here.
Well, okay, as long as it doesn't take too long, I am worried. And I guess Peach has the ring now. He will tuck it away, and I guess I will carry the person.
Sounds
Because
right.
we can't put him in the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's a live human.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
no, that it would only work for a little bit.
Okay.
And that'd be bad.
In that case, as Peach picks up the person, he'll say, well, actually, I think maybe we should go back to my original suggestion of not continuing. Just because, if we do get into a fight, it will be very awkward. And he kind of like hefts this person in his arms.
Oh yeah, we're just looking downstairs, and then we're leaving. We're not going anywhere else.
Also,
but I am worried.
I could
Oh?
just heal him right now.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, remember, Callista's not evil anymore. So like we finally got like a whole fourth stronger.
Ah, yes, I forgot all about that. I feel much more confident now.
So I will cast Cure Wounds on this guy
Okay.
Mhm.
and heal him for 12 hit points.
Okay. His eyes are no longer glazed over. He kind of blinks. Is he still in Peach's arms?
Yes.
Okay. And so then, like, he'll just kind of like look up at Peach and go, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Ah,
Yes, I am a bird.
you are carrying me. The last I remember, I was being accosted by some very evil-looking robed folk.
Oh.
Did you rescue me?
Yes.
Do you mean
We
these ones
did.
right here that have been murdered?
We motion to a bunch of naked bodies.
Peach says, "Oh yes," but then he opens his wings a bit and like turns so that his back is to them, so he can't see. And he's like, "It is quite a grisly scene, but we have indeed rescued you."
Oh. Well, you have my thanks. I believe they were trying to break my will and make me subservient to Bane and their wishes, and so that I would publish propaganda in my gazette.
Oh,
Ah.
Scandalous.
propaganda for Bane?
Well, and for the Zentarum.
Oh, that is extremely horrible. I am glad that we rescued you.
Yes, there's nothing worse than fake news.
May I have your name?
I am Peach Candleheart.
Well, thank you, Peach Candleheart. I am
Oh,
I am Shan Qian.
oh, hello, Shantian. But I cannot claim all of the credit for myself. These are my very fine and capable friends. This is Callista, and this is Basil, and this is Cruz.
I think I can stand on my own now.
Oh, here you are, and he will put him down most gently.
And then he'll like straighten out his clothes and brush himself off a little bit, and twirl his mustache.
Oh, he has a mustache!
He
Yes!
does.
Yes, I came from far eastern lands to Waterdeep to make a living, and my paper has grown and has quite a rapport now in the city. It'd be a shame to have it saddled with publishing fake news, as you put it.
Peach nods and then says, well, we were going to explore the rest of the tower to ensure it is fully safe, but I guess we will happily escort you out, and you can make your way from there, it seems.
Well, I think my first order of business will be to pay a visit to the Holy Hand's house just to make sure I'm in tip-top shape, and then I'll be going back to work.
Oh.
Yes, tell them that Callista Amberblood sent you.
Ah, very well. You do look like the sort of whom perhaps have worked there in your past.
Oh no, I don't. Well, no, okay, I do
I-
heal people,
her,
but not
not
like that.
you. You, I'm pretty sure. You, I'm pretty sure, are an alchemist of some sort.
What gave it away? The alchemical crossbow with a bunch of vials hanging off it, a bunch of vials across bandoliered on my chest.
Meanwhile, Peach is like clapping his hands just a little quietly, and he says, wow, you are so perceptive. How lovely. And then he looks to the others and says, this is the best one we've rescued so far.
I would hope to be perceptive. It's a needed quality in my line of work. And I need to be able to sniff out those interesting stories.
Very true, very true. Well, we will walk you downstairs then, and I guess to the front door.
Very well then.
So I guess we get to do that since Basil's cleared out this whole area.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go!
What?
I'll give a perfunctory investigation check here. I think we already did though, didn't we?
Yeah, you did over by the
Did we do
fireplace.
something? Yeah.
Yeah,
Do something about the fireplace.
Yeah. There's not much really here in this room. There is a.
Oh, there's a downstairs.
There is a downstairs.
Right.
Uh-huh. I'm guessing that's where like there's some kind of thing to help the ring teleport people.
Doesn't hurt to check.
Before we let the man out the front door, Peach will give him a goal to help cover the expenses for a checkup.
Okay.
So I've taken that out of my inventory, and he will wish him well.
Well, thank you for again for rescuing me from those vile sorts, and perhaps I will publish a story about some heroic folk in the near future.
Oh, how wonderful!
You know, we own a tavern.
Ah, so some free publicity for your tavern?
You said it, not I.
Consider it done. Oh, and a raid
Hey.
from Epic Realms.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
welcome in, Raiders.
Hello.
Welcome in,
welcome in.
Raiders. Welcome in to Community D&D on Arvanilla's channel. We are the Shadow Crew playing our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. You can see who all of us are up along the top of your screens. You can also put in a command in chat to find out more about us and where our characters are via ! Shadow Crew and ! Shadow CHARS.
I actually think Epic Realms has rated us before.
Yes.
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 Very possible.
Yeah.
But
Welcome.
thank you so much for that raid.
So as we go downstairs, Peach will send his echo forward, and then we'll say to the others, you know, I think he is my favorite out of all the people that we've rescued. He didn't throw up, or scream, or yell at us, or try to take money from us, or
was
call us
previously-
murderers.
Previously brainwashed by like a beholder. Yeah. No, I mean pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered.
Well, I thought Flynn was all right.
Oh, Floop? Yes.
Yes. He wasn't bad. Aside from his name might being a little bit difficult to pronounce.
You weren't the
Oh,
one that
yeah.
brought him food. He was a lot.
What are you talking about? I made an omelet for him.
Oh, right. Yep, no, you were there. But yep. Listen,
I
it's
made
been
sure to
a
put
long
lots
2
of
days.
mushrooms in it. He really likes his mushrooms.
They weren't the right mushrooms, though. No.
But he was happier with it, than what I heard.
Yes.
I just wish he wouldn't complain. Like, you know, he saved you, and then he's like, "Hey, these aren't my mushrooms."
Yeah. Well.
It's true. Well, that's why he's my least favorite.
Oh. I figured there was a couple more that might have been a little bit lower on that tier list, but all right.
Well, my father says it's very important to appreciate the food that's put in front of you, and he does not. So he is my least favorite.
All right. Can't argue with it.
So I guess we go downstairs and yeah. What's going on? Downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look through this stuff over here.
We'll also look at the table, look at the boxes.
Mm-hmm. Peach, meanwhile, is going to check the door for traps and being locked and all that other good stuff.
I figured
Very
we
subtle, very subtle.
we saw it. I don't know.
I know you saw it, but oh well. All right. So in the cellar, there is a small circular wooden table surrounded by 4 stools, made from empty barrels. A deck of playing cards is scattered atop the table, with a few stray cards lying on the floor. 3 crates are stacked against the south wall. Each contains a 20-day supply of edible rations. Set into the north wall is a sturdy oak door, iron fittings, and a built-in lock.
I suppose it is indeed locked.
It is indeed locked.
I will attempt to pick the lock.
Okay, you may do so.
Da 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 da. That's terrible. May I try again? I rolled a 9 for those who are watching.
Yes. A 9 will certainly not cut it. This is, in fact, one of the most difficult locks you have ever seen in your adventuring days so far.
So as Peach is, doing his little lock-picking thing, one of the picks snaps off, and he goes, "Oh, this is one of the most difficult locks I've seen in our career so far."
It's an oddly specific way to put it, but okay.
Oh, I think God has inspired me to speak in such a way. I do not actually say that.
Everyone gets a nosebleed.
But Peach will swivel his head around and say to Basil, "Basil, perhaps you could aid me?"
Yeah. You look to see Basil just scooping rations into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
One of the crates is just fully pulled open.
So I will roll again with advantage because of help.
Okay.
If I can actually access my sheet.
Got quite a tumbler in that one.
And guidance. You'll get help and guidance.
Okay, so 18
Plus guidance.
and 22 plus guidance. That's a D4.
Yep. 1, 3.
So that's a 22 plus 4 makes it 26.
Yep. So a 26 will do it. Yeah.
Ah, thank you, Basil.
Oh, you figured that out in the second try.
Uh,
I guess it wasn't that difficult.
So I imagine that Basil has like 2 picks in there, and then Peach has a pick in his beak and is picking with 2 others, and they're like, "Oh, we did it!"
The helping hands come over and they're like moving like along the door with the picks.
Am I watching a dental operation right now?
So like, "Oh, I got it,"
So
and then
you-
puts the lockpicks away.
So you pick the lock, and you are now able to open the door.
So I open the door very carefully. Glaive at the ready.
Whoa! I didn't expect that in there.
What?
Crazy.
That looks
And-
like a circle of some sort.
Arcane runes are inscribed in a circle on the floor of this otherwise empty
Oh, wow.
Wait,
That-
Peach.
Mm.
Don't go in there. Might activate the ring without you even knowing it, and then you get teleported away.
Oh, yes, that's true. I will stay out here. And he walks out and then he closes the door.
Basil, maybe we should go and take a look at this real quick just to make sure.
Oh, yeah. I think I have enough rations in here. Calista, did you open another box, or should we?
Yes, no, I took a bunch of them also.
Okay. I'll scoot on into this room and start arcana-ing all up and down the place.
Is there some good alligator jerky in there?
As a matter of fact, Chris, there is.
Ooh.
Can I tell like exactly what's going on with the circle? Or, I mean, we know it's a teleportation circle.
Yes.
But is there like any type of trap hooked up to this? Does this like, can I discern anything from the runes about where this potentially leads to? I
I'll
know
teleport you, but it'll blow you up.
Yeah, it goes to the Kolot towers of some variety, but like, is there anything more? I don't know. I don't know what to look for.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll guidance myself as well for this. Might as well, because it didn't go good.
I mean, I'd probably be helping
10.
with this.
10
no.
exactly.
10.
Oof.
So with a 10, you would be able to tell that yes, this is a teleportation circle. Obviously, so it connects to another teleportation circle somewhere else. And it is possible to use them to go from this teleportation to the other, or from the other one to this one, via a teleportation spell, or the use of a ring of teleportation keyed to these circles.
And we got the ring, right? So we're good. We can just come back here and use this whenever we want.
Seems to
Oh.
be the case.
Yes, but I am standing over here, so it will not trigger accidentally.
Okay, so here's the concerning part. Because if someone comes through this and realizes that the upstairs has been fully raided and that their ring is gone, well, their body's gone, so maybe we can have a little bit of wiggle room. But if they recognize that, they can just go back through and shut it down or change the locks. So I'm a little concerned that we might actually, like, time might be of the essence for this, which is a bummer, because I don't want it to be.
Yes, it's entirely possible. This might be our only opportunity to deal with Manchun and get Never Enter out there. Or Never Ember.
So, like, your main concern otherwise would be, like, you would want to, like, leave and, like, have a long rest and then want to come back. And, like, I know Peach maybe has other stuff to, like, check in about with leaving, but...
With the number of Unleash incarnations I've used, I would really love a long rest.
What time of day is it currently?
That is a good question.
I think we came here around 2 or 3, something like that.
I believe that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably like mid
4,
to late
5.
afternoon. Yeah.
We could go back right now, long rest until like nighttime, and come back here at night, and just do it at night. But that would mean that their secret hideout would have like a lot of dudes in it. So,
well, perhaps it's not comfortable, but we could at least set up in here.
Oh, also previously out of character, one of our concerns was Callista being attuned to the stone while we were in Kolat Towers, so we wanted to have that time to not be attuned to the stone, so absolutely nothing funny can happen about the stone trying to get to Manchun. So there is that too.
Yeah.
For unattunement.
The stone seems to have an uneasy alliance with Callista. It is cooperating, but it's like obviously not controlling her.
But we don't know if it can try to control her again tomorrow. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an evil creature.
Yeah. So let me see. Probably Callista and Basil might have an idea of how that works. Give me Arcana checks.
Sure.
So that you can have perhaps you have an idea.
Arcana.
16.
I have no idea how it works.
Okay.
Oh.
So Basil, you'd be pretty sure that the way that sentient magical artifacts, the way that they work, the stone would not be able to try and
Reassert its influence.
yeah, the stone wouldn't be able to try it again for at least another 24 hours.
Yeah, and I can have a discussion with Callista as to what it felt like leading up to it, so I can know. I can do like an enhanceability, so we know what we're shooting for. Basically, we can shoot for the ballpark of what type of save this might be. We can get like a generalized time frame of when this started, and then be ready for the next 24-hour time to like come back. Yeah, so we can work up a little bit of a game plan of how to deal with this.
So while Callista and Basil are chatting about the game plan with the evil rock, Peach looks at Cruz and says, "Well, what do you think?"
Well, if we're worried about them coming back and closing off the portal, we could technically set up shop in here, or at least in this tower. Take our rest, and then go right in. The only problem is that we couldn't seek out help outside of that.
Yes, that is the problem. We have been led to believe at every turn that Manchun is a most terrible person and a horrible creature.
And a wizard, which, it's already another notch for him.
Oh, yes, that is extremely true.
Perhaps we should discuss it a bit more with the group once they've investigated enough.
So Peach looks to the others and says, "So, do we want to get backup?"
Oh, we could ask
Like who?
Well, there is Maloon. If he trusts us to not lead him into a nest of mind flayers again, that would be nice.
Maloon, Manchun. What if they're brothers? Wouldn't that suck? That would kind of suck, right?
That would suck incredibly.
But from what we know, the Maloon sword wouldn't want an owner that is actively working against Waterdeep.
Yes, that is true.
Or sorry, axe. It's an axe.
And, well, to be honest, I have accrued some favors from the horribly naked man. I could ask him for help.
Sword?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that would be nice. It would be nice to get. Yeah. Wait, how'd you get favors?
Well,
Wait, how did you get favors?
Well, I was extremely charming.
Insight
I just look
check.
look over at Cruz and look back at Peach. Uh-huh. Yeah.
13.
What am I rolling, I guess?
Deception.
Deception.
Okay. Six.
All right.
I'll do an
Come on.
actual roll.
Oh
Hey,
my
I
god.
did get it.
Everyone just looking like, uh-huh.
Yeah, alright. Okay.
Peach,
Sure.
how much gold did you give him?
Did I give him any gold?
No, you didn't.
No. I gave him no gold.
Wait, so how'd you get a...
Wait.
Oh, wait. Basil realizes that he actually knows, and he's like, oh...
Basil, it seems you've come up upon a reason. What's up?
Huh? Nope. Nope. That couldn't be me, I don't think.
I'm literally just like, in my head, I'm just like, okay, listen here, you little shit stuff.
Peach notices Cruz. Peach notices Cruz getting kind of agitated and says, "Please, do not worry. I gave him Aegorn Fuoco's body."
Oh, wait. That did also actually happen. Oh, wait. I said also. Dang it!
I kind of just am tapping my talon on my shoulder at this point. Like, I think you two better start talking.
Well,
I just
as I was
inferred.
saying, well, as I was saying, I did give Zord Aegorn Fuoco's body because, well, we did kind of accidentally murder him in a fit of very strong emotion. So I decided we need to get rid of this. And I thought,
So you do realize how suspicious that sounds, right? You literally went ahead and took a dead body, gave it to what we can assume is a pirate organization, and told them to hide it. It sounds like, if anything, we owe them a favor.
oh, oh no, 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 no. I told him that Aegorn Fuoco is a most horrible person who smothered his mom, or rather, attempted to smother his mother. How terrible is that? And he thought that was extremely funny.
I turn to Callista, I'm like, what? Can we just...
And
I don't
also,
even know anymore.
And also that the halfling Zentrum woman. Let's just get it all out there. You know, the boots and the cape, that lady from the basement.
I see.
With the bad people.
So, let me get this straight, Peach. You went over to Zord multiple times, even though I've told you not to.
Well, the thing is that I see Zord as more of a last resort sort of person, and in my defense, I did go to Jalister, and I was not lying when I said that he was utterly drunk, and he did not accept the halfling. And I thought to myself, well, goodness me, I do not want to bring such a terrible person back into our abode where she would likely wake up and murder us all in our sleep. So I took her to the pirate.
Normally they're dead. If they come into our house, they're already dead, and we don't know it yet. And then we wake up, and then they're like fully skinned. And it's so weird.
Dissect
Yes,
that
but
a
you see-
little bit.
Yes, but you see, the halfling was alive. And for your information, and Peach straightens up a little bit and his beak kind of tucks in. For your information, I asked Zardoz Sword, what do you think of this horrific halfling lady? Do you think she looks like somebody who would not appreciate us saving her at all? And he said, yes, she looks like someone who would not appreciate being saved at all. And I wonder who else in that dungeon said that very same thing, to the disagreement of all the rest of you. So I feel quite justified in my actions.
Yes, you're justified in that particular sense, but Zord is very much a secretive man, to say the least. And if we're getting a favor from him, it is a little sketchy, to say the least.
Well, my father
Secondly,
says it is better
in-
to be owed favors than to owe favors.
Correct, that is very true. The other thing that I'm worried about that you're not seeming to understand is that, look at our fine halfling friend right there. He could have put enough drugs and poison into that halfling that it wouldn't have woken up for the next month.
Peach stares at Cruz and says, is that supposed to concern me?
It's supposed to tell you that we could have waited until the next day to drop off the halfling with no repercussion.
Peach kind of swivels his head a little and says, well, weighing it against the obvious reality that one can never assume when someone will wake up, I suppose that would have been a risk.
I'm not upset at you, Peach. I want you to take a moment sometimes. Sometimes you do react very emotionally about these things, and you need to take a moment and really analyze what you're doing here and what can happen if we keep this going in this direction.
Yes, I suppose that is true. My father says I am a very emotional creature, and now that you have said it, I suppose it is not just him picking on an obvious character flaw that is not real. I will reflect on this.
Okay, good. Now,
I lean over to Callista. I've heard that I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed speech so many times. This was kind of a new variant, but like still pretty much in the ballpark. Pretty
And
easy going.
You're looking at Peach, and Peach does not seem phased whatsoever. He's just like, yeah, my dad did say that. I guess my dad wasn't lying about it all along. Okay, cool.
And then I look at Basil, deaf, glaring like, you are so much one to talk right now.
Hey, mister,
You didn't
I'm
even
well aware of my actions.
try to help Callista get this abomination out of her head.
What? What are you talking about? Of course I am.
You could have gone to the Holy Hand's house in the hour you all left the
Okay,
inn.
Listen, once again, time is fleeting and momentous. It's not like this nebulous thing that I can do whatever I want in. I have tiny little legs. It can only move so much in the hour.
You
I
also
could've
told
made
me
it to
you
the Holy
immediately
Hand house.
gave up.
Okay, let's put that point aside. Let's talk about the reality of the
sure.
situation. Did I suggest the idea? Yes. Did I immediately give up on the idea? Also, yes. But it's
Yes.
fine.
Peach will step between Basil and Cruz and say, I must say something in Basil's defense, Cruz, because it seems like you're becoming extremely nasty.
Okay, go on.
Ooh. Is what you hear from behind Peach.
Basil was extremely upset because he stood up for me, and you know how hard it is for Basil to stand up for himself, and, well, I think you are not giving him enough credit.
I shrunk a man. I just jump out from behind Peach. I shrunk a man. I jump back behind Peach.
I will push back my inner thoughts on that specific statement Basil said. But believe me, I believe in both of your developments more than you might think. I'm not going to express exactly my reasonings and what my actions are, but I trust you all. And the reason why I'm telling you this is for proper future life lessons. Because there might be a day when I'm not here, or Callista isn't here, or we're just not a group anymore, who knows? And I want you to be able to figure this out without worrying about the nasty consequences that come with it.
Oh, yes, most certainly. Do
What
not
kind-
worry.
Consequences?
Oh, he is
They do
speaking
exist.
about he is speaking about in this specific instance if Zord turns out to be a horrible traitor. That is okay. I am confident that we would be able to handle it.
Well, for now, I do apologize. I probably have been a little stressed out these last 24 hours.
Well,
So,
Do not worry. And then Peach pats Cruz's shoulder and says, I apologize for saying terrible and mean things at you in order to hurt your psyche. I forgot to realize that, oh yes, you have been trapped in a tavern with a very scary person who is in Callista's body but is not actually Callista, and that would leave somebody quite psychologically rattled.
yes, but it's fine now. Callista seems to be in much better shape, thank the gods.
Yes, so now that we have all acknowledged each other's feelings, shall we decide? Do I use this
Yes.
favor with Zord?
Well,
I mean-
Callista, what's your opinion? I've said quite a lot already.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Okay, fantastic.
No, if you want to go get help from Zord, that's fine. If you don't, that's alright too.
I guess
Well,
I'm
then.
coming from a more pragmatic role of we're kind of weak. I don't know if you guys are used to just being like a weak guy. We're kind of weak, and like we're going against strong people. So I'm just trying to get strong people to fight strong people, like because that's how you survive, is have the strong people fight, and then you kind of like pick off the stragglers. So that's I'm not really like about Zord being in my life. Let's be with cards on the table. That man, or person, or entity of some variety, really kind of creeps me out a little bit. But you know, could work.
Yes, Zord is an asshole, but he's the
I
leader
swear,
of
if you say he's our asshole, I'm going to scream.
No,
No, I have my own asshole, thank you.
He's the leader of a pirate group. I mean, if he owes us a favor, like Peach says, then yes, he could send some of his men with us. That's fine. Or if that makes you feel uncomfortable, we could go ourselves.
If you want
I
to
do
go
think-
ahead, go ahead.
I do think we should rest. Because
Agreed.
I don't think Basil has his full magical capabilities. I know
Oh,
I
sure.
don't.
I'm doing
I
pretty
know-
good, but yeah, it would be we should rest for sure.
Peach is a little banged up.
Well, what say to a shorter rest?
I won't get back Unleash Incarnation with a short rest.
That doesn't help
Oh.
me either.
Yeah,
It would take care
I-
of the HP and the second wind, though, but yeah.
Yeah. That's all I get. But my ability to bonk would definitely be reduced.
Okay. Just figured I'd throw it out there.
I mean, we could stay here. Or we could go back to the tavern. I don't know if this is a well-traveled route. I know everybody's worried about someone coming through that end of the teleportation circle, but I mean, do we know how often that happens?
no way to
Can
tell.
we investigate this area? Does it look well trafficked or does it look kind of dingy and shitty?
Yeah, you can investigate.
Hey, Basil.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds great. It didn't go great. Do I have help from everyone?
Yeah,
Is
I
everyone-
imagine we're
yeah,
all, like,
help.
adamantly helping you.
That's better.
Okay, so a 15.
Guidance on there, sure.
Yeah.
16.
So, based on your investigation, you think that it's it seems like perhaps people come and go roughly about once a day.
Hmm.
Well, the other thing, real quick, we gotta remember
You
is
did kill a lot of the people that would be coming and going once a day.
there's also the
True.
Dead Winter's Day feast that we have scheduled for our establishment in, well, at this point, a day and a half. So we have like tomorrow. So
Mhm.
time is of the like if we just hunker down right now and we take a long rest, we get like everything back. We pray and I'll brew some more stuff and Pete can take like a nice breather. That's great. And then we can just go through the portal because I really got to make sure I've invested so much money into this Dead Winter's Day thing, guys. So we really got to get back for that.
Very well. What we will do is that we will rest here. I will call in the favor, and well, we will see if he is even amenable to sending people to help us. He might just say no.
True enough.
Fantastic. And I will go over to this table and I will pull out a chair and I will pull out this other chair right here and I will sit down and I will put my feet up on this chair and sit in this chair.
Perfect.
Peach says that he will leave now just so that he can get that done. And then we'll come back, we'll take a long rest, and that will take us into the evening, and then we'll go in the evening. That sound
Be
good?
like midnight.
Yeah, midnight. Does that sound good as a plan? Because I know we had
Works
thought
for me.
about going to the Holy Hand's house, but if we want to guard this place, then we should probably put that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so is someone actually staying here to guard it, or
Yeah, we're
I think
we're
all three
staying.
of us, aside from Peach, are staying
Yeah.
here.
okay?
Mhm.
And Peach is going to.
What's
Zord.
closer, the
Oh.
Sea Maiden's Fair or a certain shop?
Or sorry,
Which is closer? Is it the Sea Maiden's Fair or the haberdashery?
the habit.
I love that word. Haberdashery.
The good old haberdashery.
Oh, I'll put the stone in the bag too, unless Calista doesn't want to unattune from it. So we can just start that process. If
Oh,
that's what's
yeah.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't want it talking in my head.
Can you imagine, like, each time you take damage, it says, "Well, you suck at your job."
So wait, are you unattuning from it, Callista?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Immediately 20 pounds fall off of Callista.
Okay.
I'm going to unattune that and reattune to the Amulet of the Devout.
So the haberdashery, you're currently in the castle wards. Fair. Technically, I think the Sea Maiden's Fair is closer because the haberdashery, like the Sea Maiden's Fair, is a little bit more northwest
Okay.
of where the haberdashery is down in the dock ward.
So Peach is just gonna go. He is going to wing it, literally, and just go fast, fast, fast.
Okay.
I got all of my magical missile charges back. I'm thrilled.
So Peach is left, and the rest of you are resting here at the tower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Does the door to the teleportation room swing in or out?
Are we gonna put grease
in.
and ball bearings all over
In?
it?
Into the room or into
Into the room, into the
Okay.
teleportation room.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how we like trap it in any variety. Just to
Well, do you have an
make sure that we're
alarm
safe.
or something you can place?
Yeah, I have like a real alarm I can place down.
Oh
But
yeah,
we're also
don't you
just
have
gonna
that
be sitting
alarm
right
box from Gond?
Yeah,
We-
I can
yeah.
hook it up to the alarm box, so like if it pulls like a pin out, the alarm box will go off in case anyone nods off.
I mean, that might be the best thing we have.
Yes. So if Peach is going to Zord, Maiden's Fair.
Oh, and then after the Sea Maiden's Fair, I'm going back to our place. I'm changing out of light armor into heavy armor, and then I'm gonna clank my way back. So I'm just doing all the running.
Are you going to be able to get a long rest with all
Yeah,
that?
I was going to say that you're
Yeah.
going to have a tough time doing a long rest with that.
So from Yellow Spire to the Sea Fair, probably about between 30 minutes and 40 minutes travel
Okay.
time. And then dealing with Zord. And then going back to Troll Skull. And then back to Yellow Spire. So Sea Maiden's Fair to Troll Skull is an hour and 20. And then back to Yellow Spire is half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So basically 2 hours. It would be like
So
6 o'clock.
that's just 2.5 hours just in travel time.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna go to Zord then.
Just to Zord and back?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do something that might be stupid.
Okay.
After Peach leaves, I'll say to the other two, should we have let him go by himself? Oh, no, he has his echo. It's fine.
I kind of just go pale, but I'm like, no, it'll be fine.
Okay. So, Peach, you get over to the Sea Maiden's Fair and out to the flagship and are able to talk with Zord. How do you want this to go? So you're trying to call in one of the favors, basically, right?
Yeah. So he's going to go in,
and he says, "Hello. You're still looking extremely plucked, as always. So, uh, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this, but I was wondering, are you in the mood to bestow a favor? Perhaps even maybe 2 favors."
Well,
Oh no.
I suppose that entirely depends on what the favors are.
Well, favor 1 is that we have made our way through Yellowspire, and I will tell you about that as promised. And we have found the way into Manchun's lair, and we're going to go quite soon, in the interests of time, probably in about 8 hours. And so the favor is, would you be open to sending help with us? Seeing as you did tell me Manchun is one of the nastiest wizards in all of Faerun.
Sending help. Now, I think that would constitute a major favor.
Oh,
Now, I believe you did have one major favor, was it?
yes.
How quickly did you wish for this help to, like you wanted someone to leave with you as soon as we're done here?
If they could, if they wanted. The deadline would be 8 hours, since we do need to rest a little.
Well, I could certainly arrange for help to be sent in 8 hours to, Yellowspire, I assume?
Yes, Yellowspire.
Yes, and
In the basement.
And you are pointing out the location of this place on a map here?
Yes, and Peach will basically give him everything that we've examined / discovered, etc., etc., etc.
Okay. Very well. I shall arrange for help to arrive at Yellowspire in 8 hours, then.
Peach is relieved. He did it. Yeah. And
He goes, "Oh, and for a second favor, hopefully a minor favor,
he thinks about whether to tell Zord that he and his dad are not speaking anymore, decides not to, and he says,
well, ultimately, I would not like to disappoint my father, and I am not properly armored. I was wondering, do you have a suit of something heavier that I could borrow? As a minor favor."
Well, a suit of something heavier, you say. Something like plate mail?
That would be lovely.
Well, what about this? And he gestures right over to, like, a standing mannequin that has adamantine +2 plate armor.
holy shit.
What?
Damn.
Fuck!
For a second, I thought it was just going to be a duplicate of his outfit. Peach comes back in heavy armor
Now-
sword.
I must ask that you return this. This is not a permanent loan.
Oh, no, I would never borrow this permanently. The actual suit of armor that I wear, that was a gift from my father. I would find that more important sentimentally. No offense meant.
And, like, this is, like, the, like, shiniest, or, like, most, like, heavy-duty, ornate armor that you've ever seen.
Peach is like, oh my god.
Yes. So, I guess I could leave my current armor here as a sign of goodwill.
I think, yes, you can do that, but I might require something else as collateral as well.
What would that be?
Well, what else do you have to offer?
what else do I have to offer? Crap. Peach pauses and says, well, there is something I can offer, but it is knowledge. I cannot give this to you directly.
Go on.
Peach reaches into his belt pouch and pulls out the ring of teleportation
Mm-hmm.
and says, this is what was used in order to use the teleportation circle. So if you find something like this on a Zentrum agent, that will probably allow you to get to Kolyat Towers and back without any trouble.
That is useful information, but I require something more material for collateral.
Peach kind of swivels his head at him and goes, I must admit you have me at a loss, and not because of your nakedness. You will have to ask me directly what it is you're looking for.
Well, any kind of magical item or a monetary value?
Let me see. What do I have in my inventory? I just have so much crap. Monetary value. Yeah, all the magical items I have are things that I'm currently attuned to and need.
Money?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
will
gonna say,
give...
what about all your money?
Yeah, I will take out my coin pouch and I will put it on whatever surface is between us. I assume there's a surface between us.
Yeah, there's
And
a
I
table.
will... Yeah, a table. And I will say, well, this is all of the coin that I am currently carrying.
Okay, and how much is that?
That is 1,443 gold.
Oh, holy shit!
That is very suitable collateral. This is an acceptable deal.
Meanwhile, in the basement, Basil's face goes pale, and he just like looks around. He's like, something went bad.
I also feel that.
And so...
Well, considering that like an adamantine +2 plate armor is probably like 20,000 gold worth.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Peach does not feel awkward about this. And I guess Zord does not feel awkward about this, so I guess I'm changing into the armor right there. But as Peach is changing into the armor, he says, oh, and, it might be very wonderful if the help you sent at least did not appear to be a drow.
well, the help you get will be the help you get.
Yes, I am very well aware, but you seem to be somebody who enjoys knowing everything about everything, and I am telling you something to know about the thing that is about to happen.
Very well.
So I will try and find +2 adamantium plate, and add that to my inventory, I guess, and then I will thank him and go back.
You have a higher AC than me.
Yeah. That,
Without a shield.
That's adamantine plate armor with an AC of 20 instead of 18.
Okay. 18. So I will add that and I'll change the AC.
Mhm.
Yep. Dun, dun, dun. Cool, yeah, so you guys are just like resting and whatever, and
So
you
It just rolls up.
yes, and as Peach returns, can you all roll percentile for me, please?
Great. Yeah, of course. Nope. I accidentally clicked the Windows AI assistant. How fun.
percentiles and 100 die, right?
Yes.
Yep.
100.
I got a 15.
That bad boy's spinning forever.
71.
17.
So 71,
Uh,
15, 17.
7.
Dang.
Let's hope it's a low ending roll that's good, right, guys?
Yeah, I
That's
know,
what we're
right?
hoping for, right?
So that averages out to 27. Okay. The thing does not happen. You were able to get your full long rest.
Mm-hmm.
A dragon
Whew.
doesn't come through the teleportation circle.
Yeah, and before I go back into the tower, I basically send a message to my father saying, "Hello, father. I am going to hopefully not fight Manchun in 8 hours. They love you." And then that's it. Oh, he also says, "Please let me know when I can come back home."
Okay.
Yep.
You literally walk in and we just see you in full adamantium plate.
Mhm. Doot doot doot.
The shiniest armor any of you has ever seen.
I guess that is a favor. What the... Okay.
Well, I asked for 2 favors. 1, armor, because I realized that I could not fly back home in time to get my proper suit. And then 2, I asked for help. He said he would send 1 person. They will arrive in 8 hours.
Oh. Okay then. But you asked for 2 favors. That's... I'm just gonna let it roll. I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
When I see how uncomfortable Cruz is with this, I say, "Oh, I might need to sneeze." No, I don't. Okay, I say, "Oh, do not worry. I do not owe him anything. I just need to return this armor."
I see.
Yes,
Well,
the 2
let's get
favors
some
are for the
rest.
2 people.
Yes. Let us get some rest and be on our way.
Yep. So we rest.
Okay. So before we continue, would we like, Yoei, would you like to take this opportunity to perhaps maybe read the story?
Ah, okay, yeah,
Ooh.
sure.
I want to read the story.
Okay. Hang on,
Story
let me pull it
time.
up.
Um,
Shadow, you can give them the details of the story while I pull it up.
okay. Like the summary and whatnot?
Yeah, the circumstances of it. So
Okay. So it says, summary, the first time Peach Kettleheart met with Captain Zarda Zord alone, he brought an unconscious body. This time, the second time, he brings a dead body. The captain, of course, finds it all splendidly amusing. This takes place during session 39, when Peach takes Agro and Folko's body to Zarda Zord, while the rest of the party makes its way to Yellowspire. This is entitled The Second Waltz, named for Dmitry Shostakovich's Waltz Number 2, which was playing on Yoi's Spotify when they started writing this. Everything came together from there.
mm-hmm. Opening little quote is, "You are a little soul carrying around of corpse," from Epictetus.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish to read it? Do you want me to read it and you can do the Peach speaking bits, or how would you like to?
I guess I could narrate and do Peach's voice. You could do Zord's if you wanted.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, so here we go. Peach is crying. It is winter. The sun a pale ghost behind dull gray clouds, the wind sharp with snow and the smell of salt, and he is crying, storming down Deepwater Harbor shore and crying, his tears freezing in delicate lingering lines along the feathers of his face. He doesn't know why he's crying or what will make it stop, only that it's too much. The outburst, the outrage, the overwhelm, too much. Too much, plainly, for his 3 measly years of life, too much even for his freakishly overgrown body, and the only way any of it can escape is through his face, and so he cries with no apparent ability to stop. And when that crying is evidently not enough, when that meager release leaves him retching on his sobs, he shucks Basil's bag of holding off of his shoulder, yanks it open, and screams into its yawning cavity. He shoves his head deep into where corpses and poisons have gone, deep into the extra-dimensional swallowing dark, and he screams, screams until his lungs ache and his skull rings and he is left holding the bag. Peach has lived a total of 1,275 days, and this day has been the worst of his life. His hands shake, his wings shake. The sharp, astringent scent of the bag's inner lining hits him like his father's rebukes as he breathes. Steady. Focus. Remember what matters. Whether he can return home or not, he must remember what matters. I am a son of a sunless sun, Peach whispers in drow. I know how to cut a throat. The trembling in his hands and wings eases, then calms. He straightens free of the bag, smooths it out, and lets the harbor wind scour the damp of his enclosed screams from his face. He hooks the bag back over his shoulders, wipes the feathers beneath his eyes free of rime, and makes his way once more toward the Sea Maiden's fair. I am a son of a sunless sun. I know how to cut a throat. Captain Zardoz Zord's stateroom aboard the Eyecatcher is much as Peach remembers it. The windows set with flawlessly clear panes, the curtains sumptuous enough to caress the eyes, and the great gilded oaken dining table dominating the room's length alongside its matching chairs. This time, though, instead of the feast Zord laid forth 10 days ago to receive the party, there is only an enormous Kalimverite accident serving bowl of mulled wine next to an empty matching goblet. Standing by the bowl, ladling wine into his own goblet, as minimally clad and bountifully chest-haired as ever, is Zardoz Zord himself. And when Peach is announced into the stateroom and the door closed behind him, he looks up and opens his arms with a flawlessly bright smile.
Candleheart.
Says Sword, voice as warm as his wine.
Welcome, welcome. That was quite the greeting you gave my captain.
Peach ducks his head with abashed grace. My name is Peach Candleheart, he told the captain of the Heartbreaker, followed promptly by, I have a bargain for Zardoz Zord, and I am in a hurry. Will you forgive me if I fly to his ship? And silently thanks his father for teaching him manners. I am sorry if I alarmed you, Captain,
Zardoz.
Zord insists, waving off Peach's words with airy panache.
No need to be so formal.
Well, I thank you, but I do wish to be formal,
Says Peach, who hasn't moved from his polite place by the end of the table.
Perhaps you have already guessed this, but your nakedness alarms me. You look extremely plucked.
Plucked? Plucked, you say? Even this?
Zord gestures magnanimously at his chest hair.
Well, that is the least alarming part of you to me.
Peach admits hesitantly. Zord laughs.
I wonder if your fellow Aarakocra thinks the same. He's neither here nor there today, however. Mulled wine?
Oh, thank you, but I must not overstay.
Peach shakes his head to emphasize this truth.
My friends require me.
Do they? A shame, but that might be for the best. I had made this with no clothes. Personal taste, really. If your preferences are anything like your father's, well, my mulled wine was a terrible point of contention between your father and I the first time we met to discuss his wares.
Zord says with a conspiratorial wink.
But the star sapphire crowns he made for my performers,
He kisses his fingertips.
unquestionably exquisite. A fine-eyed man, our dear Oleander.
Goodness,
Says Peach, now at a loss as to where Zord's taking the conversation. He wonders whether to offer Zord's compliment on to Kjorlin when he next sees him, remembers immediately why he can't, and hurriedly steers towards topics that don't make his heart ache.
if I might confess, clothes offend me extremely as well.
Really?
Zord chortles and beckons for him to approach.
How lucky for us both. Come, come. Oh no, allow me.
Says Zord, neatly slipping the jeweled ladle out of Peach's reach and filling the empty goblet for him.
Won't have you telling your father that I'm a poor host. Little toast.
Peach only just manages to clink goblets as prompted.
And a little taste. How do you find it?
Peach sniffs cautiously, sips, and then freezes in shock. The wine is exactly how his father would make it. Exactly. The sunrise warmth of the brandy glowing through the blood, the bright burst of the oranges in the mouth, the heaping sweetness of the honey, the velveteen comfort of cinnamon and anise. It's perfect, Peach says, voice hushed with astonishment. Really, it's perfect. I no longer live with my father, so I haven't had his wine yet this winter. He always makes two different pots, one for him and one for me, because he likes cloves and I. Abruptly, Peach remembers his earlier encounter at Kjorlin's shop and realizes, with an emotion like grief, that he might not get mulled wine from his father at all before the year's end. Thank you. I mean it. Truly. Zord clasps a hand over his heart and executes an artlessly perfect bow.
A pleasure. To business, then, young Candleheart.
He straightens up and sweeps out his arms in a gesture of grandiose ceremony, sloshing not one drop of wine over the brim of his goblet.
What is this bargain you say you have for me?
Peach clears his throat, briefly adjusting his hold on his own goblet and wishing he could first savor the whole thing. For a moment, he's tempted to simply report to Zord as he would Kjorlin, and spend the rest of this short visit wrapped in the warm nostalgia of his father's cloveless mulled wine, but he takes a breath. Dalharak, his father would say, steady, focus. In this world, you are either the neck or the knife. I am a son of a sunless sun. I know how to cut a throat. I recently murdered a man who knew where Manchun is and how to get there, Peach says. Clarity. This is clarity. Now that I know that information, I will give it to you, if you grant me a favor, a minor favor. Zord's eyes sparkle as he turns out the nearest chair and sits.
A little wiser with your deals now, I see. But perhaps too bold when it comes to confessing murder. I do hope, for your father's sake, that you're not usually this unguarded.
Peach pauses, then swivel his face briefly counterclockwise. Between Zord's smile and light tone, he can't tell if the man is rebuking him kindly or just teasing. His father, Peach decides, sells jewelry to very strange people. You would have learned about the murder eventually, he says finally, hoping to find safe middle ground. That is part of my second bargain, which depends on you accepting my first.
Oh?
Zord's eyebrows raise and his smile widens.
You've gotten wiser indeed. Tell me, though, who did you kill? You plan to withhold that information for your second bargain. I'll warn you now, I like to know where my information comes from before I make any promises.
Peach is already shaking his head. I would never do any such thing, Captain. I understand your position. The man I murdered was a Zentarum agent named Agorn Fuoko, who was so obsessed with Manchun's good graces that he tried to kill his own mother to get them. It was disgusting, Peach adds with feeling.
A Zentarum agent. He tried to kill his own mother. There's sign of devotion for some, to be sure.
Zord's mouth quirks briefly in something like amusement as he swigs from his goblet.
Very well then, Candleheart. I'll accept your first bargain. The location of Manchun's hideout. Means to get there, in exchange for a minor favor. Where might those challenged by longevity find Faerun's much feared Manchun?
Thank you. Thank you, Father, for making sure that I am not stupid, even if you won't let me come home anymore. Manchun hides in a place called Kolat Towers, which can only be accessed by teleportation from a place called Yellowspire. There is someone called Amath at Yellowspire, and they are somehow involved with the teleportation process.
Interesting. Very interesting. Teleportation between Yellowspire and Kolat, you say?
For a moment, Zord taps the rim of his goblet with his thumb, pondering. Peach takes the chance to enjoy his wine.
But you also say you came here with a second bargain in mind.
I did.
Says Peach, wishing Zord had stayed in his reverie longer.
Do I have your minor favor?
You do. One minor favor,
Says Zord, raising a finger.
which brings your total to two.
He raises a second and smiles.
Are you trying to make it 3?
I am. Peach steals a sip of wine, then sets his goblet down, opens the bag of holding, and hikes Aegorn Fuoko's body. Face acid eaten, chest gaping with the wound that killed him, half out of the bag from under the armpits. This. Zord bursts out laughing and puts his goblet down to clap his hands.
Oh, Peach. Peach, you are a delight. Agon Fuoko himself, I presume?
He rises from his chair, unsheathing his rapier, and strides up to tip back Aegorn's ruined chin with the blade to better examine the damage.
My, how fresh these wounds are. Candleheart, you keep yourself busy.
My father says it is good to be industrious,
Peach says pertly.
but my second bargain is a minor favor in exchange for Aegorn Fuoko's body. If you did not know, you can use a spell to ask dead people up to 5 questions now. Magic can do everything these days.
Zord chuckles, lets Fuoko's head drop, and clicks his fingers.
I did, in fact, know. Don't you worry.
One of the side doors to the stateroom opens, revealing a nimble Rite that glides towards Peach at Zord's gesture with a purr of fine machinery and finer magic.
You've got yourself 3 minor favors after all.
Peach heaves Aegorn Fuoko out of the bag and into the nimble Rite's waiting arms.
Can I make it 4?
4! Careful, Candleheart. There's wise, and then there's sharp. I'd hate for you to cut yourself.
Says Zord, flicking his blade before he sheaths it.
Bring that to the hold.
He adds to the nimble Rite. The construct bows neatly, apparently untroubled by the corpse's weight, and exits the room.
Did you bring me a second body in that bag of yours?
No, but Peach hesitates. But if you were interested in the layout of Yellow Spire and Coal Out Towers, I could deliver that to you when I return. I can't promise the information would be complete, since my friends and I are not there to explore, but I can promise that whatever I record of what we do explore will be complete. The traps, the enemies, a list of the things we've already defeated, like I compiled for Xanathar's lair. Will you accept this for a 4th minor favor?
I will, happily.
Zord walks back to retrieve his goblet, refills both it and Peach's, and swirls his drink idly.
But I must say I'm curious why your party is seeking out Manchun at all. In fact, if you'll allow me a moment to play the role of our mutually beloved Oleander Moonfall, I would all but forbid you from facing him. As I'm sure you have no wish to be slain, I have even less of one to tell your father that Manchun did the deed.
Peach stares, stunned less by Zord's words than his suddenly somber expression. The look is more than simply jarring. It is actively distressing, as if a half-rayed bard is imitating Zord's face by failing to wear his skin.
Well,
Peach musters himself. A son of a sunless sun.
thank you for your warning, Captain. I will remember it clearly.
Zord eyes him. The lack of good humor in his gaze makes Peach want to squirm.
You would tell me you were trying to cross paths with Manchun, would you, Candleheart?
To put it most politely and firmly, you are not my father. You are, as you have insisted many times to me, a seafaring businessman, and more importantly, a stranger. Relatively.
Some of the twinkle returns to Zord's expression.
To be sure, to be sure. But as you might have guessed, I also happen to be curious. And more than that, dear Peach, I happen to be generous. What if I made that 4th minor favor your first major one?
Peach blinks.
A major favor? Just to know what I am doing?
Just so. What do you say?
Zord swirls his goblet and nods to Peach's own.
Have a drink and think it over.
I am in a hurry.
Peach says, almost petulantly, but his voice is subdued, and the wine, after all, tastes like his father's. Kjorlin has always told him it's better to be owed favors than to owe favors. If so. Peach takes 3 pensive sips before he looks up from his goblet.
I will accept your major favor, Captain. We are entering Manchun's lair because we believe he has kidnapped Renaer Neverember, and Renaer has been a good man to us all the time that we've known him. Zord hums thoughtfully.
Yes, it made quite a few headlines in the minor gazettes when your party rescued him from that warehouse. Saviors foil gang war kidnapping, rewarded with Troll Skull deed. I can see why you would be roused to rescue him again. On purpose this time, too.
Zord tosses back the rest of his wine.
One major favor promised to you then, dear Peach, in return for your forthrightness, conditional upon the delivery of the intelligence you have offered.
Thank you, says Peach, relieved, and quashes the urge to empty his goblet in one gulp. Instead, he drinks it neatly down to the last few mouthfuls and sets the goblet back on the table with deliberate care. We have concluded all of the bargains I have brought for you, Captain Zord. I will see you soon with what I have promised. Farewell,
One moment.
calls Zord as Peach turns away. Peach holds his body in place, but swivels his head back around to look at him. Zord is smiling.
There's a question I'd like to ask you, now that you and I are alone again. Something you didn't let your friend answer.
Peach's body does not move.
Respectfully, Captain, what about it?
I think you may have misjudged my intentions earlier. Which I understand completely, of course.
Zord gestures to himself, arms aloft and one hip cocked in easy contrapposto.
Many see me as a man incapable of concern, but I assure you, I am quite capable. Your father is a special associate of mine in Peach, and I treasure both him and his artistry. I only ask what I am about to ask for his benefit and his knowledge.
Peach pauses.
You mean you'll tell him everything I told you just now?
Indeed,
Says Zord, nodding.
in exchange for your answer to my question.
Peach dips his head and shifts his wings uneasily.
What is the question?
Why so hesitant? I only wish to know who would look for you should your party perish in Colot Towers.
Peach's beak tucks in, head pulling back and wings briefly dropping in the avian equivalent of a startled frown.
You want to know who else knows what we're doing, he says suspiciously. You want to know who else knows about Manchun, whose existence and actions seem to be a great fearful secret.
Peach shakes his head.
I do not think I should be telling you that.
Even if it means your father would know where to find you.
Zord leans against the back of his chair.
That he would have the support of every possible reinforcement trying to find you. Because he would want to know, Peach. He would want to retrieve you from Manchun's lair, no matter the risk to his own life.
Peach's head snaps up.
You don't know that.
You don't know what happened today.
He's not your father.
Oh, certainly. But I will add that you've known him only for 3 years, and I've known him for much, much longer than that. I know, for instance, that he's always wanted a child. I know that when he found your egg in that cave and felt your heartbeat through its shell, he swore to accept whatever would hatch from it as his own without question.
Peach blinks rapidly, feathers flaring, and he looks down at the floor.
You are a charming man,
He says quietly.
so you could be lying. I know you could be lying.
I am a charming man, it's true,
Zord agrees, stroking his chest hair.
and I very well could be lying. But as a businessman of some worth, I occasionally charm and tell the truth, too. I dare say I even do it regularly. You could ask, you know, if I was lying to you just now. I won't mind. One free little truth.
Peach closes his eyes.
What if...
Son of a sunless sun, gather your wits. Oh, no favors. You are either the neck or the knife.
What if I asked if you knew how to stop an object from possessing someone instead?
He hears the appraisal in Sword's voice, the growing smile.
Then I would tell you that injuring the victim would give them the chance to free themselves. And I would say, well done, Candleheart. Better than well done. You think like your father when it matters.
Peach says nothing, the feathers of his wings shifting. There's a faint creak as Sword leans against the table and a smooth pour of him refilling his goblet.
So, dear owl-hearted boy, does that change if you'll give me a truth? Who would know where to start looking for you if Manchun killed your party?
Peach's body reluctantly, haltingly, finally, steps around to align with his face, and he looks up. The Lord's Alliance knows we hope to find Renair wherever Manchun might be hiding. The Blackstaff and Force Grey know that we are looking for him, but not that Manchun is involved. Yet,
Yet.
sighs Zord.
Yet. I love that word. Yet. Thank you, Peach. Your father will know all. You have my word on that.
Zord lifts his goblet up to him in a toast.
Now, I know you said you were in a hurry, but you are more than welcome to help yourself to more wine before you go. Something to keep you warm on your journey.
That is very kind of you, Captain. Thank you. But I think it is better if I don't. There are many trials ahead of me, I am quite sure.
Even so, Peach looks longingly at the label.
Though, speaking of journeys, I wanted to ask, do you remember the haberdasher called Nevercaught? Would you trust him to bring my information to you? His shop is closer to Trollskull Manor than your ship, and I would rather not trouble your captains any further.
Never caught, you say? Well, well, well.
Zord winks and taps the side of his nose.
Should you ever find yourself in a rush, I think you'll find that telling Nevercaught anything is the same as telling me, and that telling me is the same as telling Nevercaught.
Peach stares for a long moment, wishing he'd taken more wine after all.
I like you better with clothes on.
He says at last, to Zord's great laughter.
Different guises for different purposes, dear Peach. Concept that I'm sure you're familiar with, considering your father.
Peach tenses, but his glaive remains unlit.
I don't know what you're talking about, he says stiffly. And if you want people to stop associating you with Drow, maybe you shouldn't have Drow sign all over Nevercaught's shop telling visitors to go to the fair.
My. Oleander's son shows his talons at last.
Zord chuckles as he swirls his wine.
And how would you know anything about Drow sign?
Peach raises his beak and stands to his full height, the very model of a soldier at attention.
Magic can do everything these days, he said. Didn't you know that?
Zord grins.
Sharper, sharper. Careful, or you'll cut yourself one day. But fly along now, Candleheart. Do try your best not to die. I wasn't joking when I said I'd hate to tell your father you've been killed by one of Faerun's nastiest wizards.
I understand, Captain, says Peach,
Turning for the door and preparing himself for one more hurtling flight through Waterdeep's winter sky.
I promise you that I will endure. If you have known my father for all of my life, then you will know he raised a sturdy son.
There you go.
Chest hair stroking.
That was awesome.
Isn't-
Very good.
Absolutely pierced me through the heart. I was like, no, we didn't have to talk about it though. Just picturing a man just sitting there going like,
Yeah.
conversation really, really was a next level picture for me.
Mhm.
Constantly
Yeah, so-
stroking
that
his
was great.
chest hair.
Wasn't that an excellent bit of writing from our very own Yoi Goinlin?
It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Good job.
I was wondering how you got the major favor because I was like, hold on,
Wait a
what do you mean
minute.
major favor? It was definitely a minor one because you talked it down, and then you got a major one, and I was like, what did you do?
Surprise, surprise.
The adult in me came out and was like, what have you done?
Yep.
What's-
What has Peach done indeed?
What hast thou wrought?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the revelation from that story, and the party gearing up to go to Kolat Towers in the middle of the night, We will tackle that next time, in 2 weeks from now.
All right. Good
Basil's just
job.
writing out a letter. Dear Blackstaff, so we're going to Kolat Towers. Oh, yeah, so there's so many things we got to do. Just starts listing off all the important notes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you took care of the little cult of Bane in the Yellow Spire,
Mm-hmm.
and dealt with some of the consequences from that. And we learned about Peach's little back and forth with Zord.
Just a little bit.
There's a moment when you mentioned the bag of holding and you reached into it, and I was like, it literally could be anything. Peach could literally pull out anything to gain, because it's everything. Everything's in that bag. And I was like,
Yeah.
could you just empty out the bag to gain Zord's favor? I don't even know, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, Drew, what did you think about tonight's session?
Oh, I had a ball. I'm glad that I'm not possessed anymore.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's
you
good.
can level up now because you said
Oh,
you
yeah,
were
that's
going to
right.
wait. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I have all my faculties again. Sweet.
Level up? Wait, what?
Because Drew delayed his leveling because he
He
was
was possessed.
possessed. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Did we
So
level
when
up?
Because
all
we
you
were
guys,
already level 6. He was still technically 5.
yeah,
When
when all
did we
you
level
guys,
up?
It was
Last
the
session.
beginning of this day.
Okay, because I didn't.
Oh.
Oh.
I have
Well,
also
now
Well,
you
now you
know.
have it.
Well, now you can level up.
Okay,
Mhm.
Right.
am I right? Because I was like,
Get your
huh.
level 6 feature.
Huh. Oh, all right then. Great. Cool.
I think Hoodie not knowing that we leveled up is my favorite part of this episode.
That's pretty good.
Did I just? I must have reacted to this last time. What happened? Where'd my brain go for a week?
Well, because it was actually discussed after the session.
That's why I
Mm.
missed it.
Yeah.
I'm not good with the
Yeah.
whole reading things thing.
You would have taken such advantage of that level 6 perk too. You would have had proficiency or
Yep.
double
Oh, yeah.
proficiency on ability checks.
Expertise, man.
Yep.
Let's just
Shit.
do
That's
that right
funny.
now. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it technically worked out well in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I did so much damage. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Just look at it that way.
I get a new infusion. I get 2 new infusions. Guys, it's over.
He's so happy now, guys.
Yes. So you should all be level 6 for next time.
Right.
Half of you were for this time.
Yeah, the birds.
Ayy.
But yeah, I had a really good time tonight, and I really enjoyed Yoi's story. That shit was
Mm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Was.
you.
You are an excellent writer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have what's going on for streams for you?
Oh, I might be streaming Friday night earlier than because I think you said you were thinking about streaming on Friday night.
Yes, I'm thinking about it, but it would be a late one.
All right, so mine would be a little bit earlier, and then I'd probably raid into you later on when I get off.
Yep. All right.
So I'm like 75% that I'm gonna stream on Friday night.
Okay.
So if that sounds good to you, stop on by.
What would you be playing?
Probably more
Soul Reaver?
Soul Reaver. Yeah. I might be able to even finish it.
Mm.
Because I have one side quest to do and then that's it. And I do the end game.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, everyone, make sure you're following Drew if you're interested in his streams. And Tilted. Thoughts on tonight's session?
I mean, it was great. Of course, like we've already stated, I know everyone's going to probably say it. Yoi's story was great. It was fun to have you both voice act and do that bit. It was a nice thing to just kind of chill and relax with. it also gave a little bit more justification for Peach's actions, which were good for me because my character is literally having a mental breakdown, but that's okay. Overall, again, I have no qualms with any way the character is being played out, and it's fun for me to play this kind of more grizzled, older adventure, even though I'm really still kind of young, all things considered. My character would be 30 in like human years.
Well,
So
that's because you're the aviary.
that's right. So yeah, I mean it's been great time. Love that Peach also single-handedly killed like 6 people
Mm-hmm.
in that fight. That was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/tilted gaming as well as Blue Sky. I will be, well, I'm going to take a quick break from Kingdom Come Deliverance because I've played like 9 days in a row of it, and I want to go and take a little break, so we're going to do some like roguelikes and stuff.
All right. And Hoodie.
I can make wand of magic missiles now. I can just make them.
Yeah.
You can have 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long does it take you to make?
Oh, I get 1 per long rest. I can just make it in the
What?
long rest. Yeah.
Oh no.
Sucks.
I feel like shadowed right now is Mr. Krabs like, oh no.
Oh
can
no,
make
I
one
have
and
to
have
buff
it-
all my enemies.
I can make one and use all of it and then have it break and just make one again the next day. That's crazy, dude. Okay. Hey, yeah. All my infusions, so good now. I can make the Sentinel shield and a repelling shield and a returning weapon and a lightning javelin. It's so much.
Damn, son.
It's finally turning on. What were we doing? I'm sorry.
Dang.
I had a good time. The story was great. Us kind of trying to find cohesion. Callista coming out of the no, it's Peach knowing that Callista could have come out while being damaged, and then just kind of like being like, "Oh, it'll happen," and then it happening. Because I love the secondary world where it didn't happen, and then Peach just comes up and stabs Callista at one point.
Well, the thing is that Peach was waiting for a moment where it would have been socially acceptable for him to smack her. But like he showed up,
Or
right? He showed up, saw that the aviary was clearly upset, saw that Basil was kind of doing his vibrating thing, and Callista was clearly evil, and he was like, now is not the time to slap her.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm deep in the. I'm looking at spells. I'm so excited to be level 6. I can't believe I missed
Could have been
this.
taking advantage of it this entire time.
Yep.
Guys, I would have had a homunculus servant. I would have had so many like new things because I can change an infusion upon level up. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. That's me. I'm gonna be leveling up for like the next 2 weeks. Don't worry about it. I'll be hardcore, cooking in the basement, making sure everything's perfect.
Okay. And Yoi, I hope you were good with
Oh yeah, I was
thank
okay
you,
with it.
thank you very much for sharing that story.
Yeah, thank you for liking it so much that you wanted it on the stream. That was
Yeah,
kind of
of
cool.
course.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
My favorite part for me was when the bubble of stress popped and Callista came back. That was
Yes.
pretty great. Yeah, and I'm honestly wondering why the hell Zord had +2 adamantium plate just hanging out.
Right.
You
Sword
want
is
those favors
Derricott.
gone quick.
It's one of those things where you know it in your heart of hearts, but you don't have confirmation, and you're like, I got confirmation. The thing I thought was real, and then it was real, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, so the fact that he had it makes me concerned that there's something iffy about this armor, but Peach also didn't want to go into like this very hyped up wizard's lair with only 15 AC. So he was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll deal with it. Whatever happens, I trust in the future. Yeah.
And now you have 20 AC and can't be critical hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
That's
nice.
nice.
I'm gonna miss this armor when I have to give it back. Next time, baby.
Can I instead of the spell being rope trick, can it be knife trick and I just perform a lot of dangerous knife stunts that accidentally opens up a tear in reality?
I'm gonna say no.
I feel like instead of rope trick, it should be goo trick.
I mean, I used
Maybe
a
this-
grappling hook. It's only natural that you go ahead and use some sort of goo portal, similar like a
Oh,
Rick and Morty portal.
you know those glubby hands that like you can throw and they're kind of made out of the gel and they stick to whatever you throw them at.
the sloppy hands, yeah.
Yeah, that's your rope trick.
Should big sloppy hands come out?
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone. I very much enjoyed tonight's session, and I'm actually a little disappointed that now we have to go 2 weeks until our next one.
I mean,
we'll
we
maybe
can
have
play
to.
it by ear.
Yeah, we'll maybe have to see how well I am able to prep for my other in real life game that I'm playing on Thursday to see if I'm able. I probably would be able to do Wednesday night next week. It's just a matter of the fact that both nights would be, longer for me. But
I mean, you can always do Friday instead, so you have plenty of prep work time.
Yeah.
Just not. But here or there, we can figure it out.
all right.
Yeah.
Yes. So, catch us next time. Thank you to Arvin Elron for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of his stuff via the commands in the chat. You see if maybe we can pass on our viewers to someone else tonight. Let me see here.
I love the idea of Basil just getting the Trident of Fish command and then just fully taking a right turn with this character into Aquaman.
Why not?
I don't see
Guys,
any.
we need to get into the bay. The only way I can do anything.
I don't see any particularly great candidates for our raids tonight. So it is late, so I guess we'll just not do a raid tonight. So, yeah, make sure you.
I don't know if you want Shadow Roll of Threes is doing Curse of Strahd.
Oh. Sure. Can you message me how that is spelled out or
It's
whatever?
just roll of the number 3 and then S.
I didn't do that right. What's the command for the raid
Is
command?
it Shadow to raid?
Might be. No.
I did add that as a command, didn't I?
I'm pretty confident you did.
The heck?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe because I wasn't modded that I didn't do it, but doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, that's weird.
Tilted, do you use a shield, correct?
Yeah. He uses
Yes, I
shield.
do.
And you don't have advantage on initiative rolls, correct?
Correct.
Well, that
Yeah,
could
he can
change.
get the Sentinel shield. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing for the group, so I'm looking.
Yeah. Adamantium armor is good though.
Okay.
Oh no, this is for you.
Oh yeah.
We will go raid roll of threes. So stick around for that raid if you wish to join in. I'm not sure why. I'm positive that was a command. ShadowCrew raid.
Ah, yeah, that would make
Oh,
sense.
that's what it is.
There we go. Okay. So you can put in that, copy and paste that into chat when we do that raid if you wish to participate actively. Other than that, that is it for us. keep your eye out on event cards in Discord or our schedule or My Blue Sky, that kind of stuff, to see if perhaps maybe we will do a session next week. And with that, I believe that's it for us. So good night, everybody.
Night.